It says I'm live. Am I live? Can you hear me? There's always that delay. I got this new setup here that my son set up. I got a new computer.
These days,
oh,
food banks are
let me put the. Now I got the commercial going for the Walmart. And I did mute it, but I guess when I went to the other screen.
What's up?
Hey, Craig.
How
there we go. How are we doing? Thanks for stopping, bud.
That's all right.
I didn't get a chance. I know you messaged me the other day. I didn't get a chance to reply.
You're half busy as I was. It's okay.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And right now, if you're doing gig type economy, being one of the people that are willing to go out there, it's busy right now. So, oh, wait a minute. I forgot to do my intro. I got to do this intro, even though he doesn't come on the show.
That's right. You're damn right I did that. 8 down. 8 down. 8 profiles. You hear him? You hear him? He's trying to talk smack on me and Cletus. What are you talking about? That was the highlight of the show. It got a little haywire. I'm not going to let somebody take me out like that. Not going to happen. I'm never going away, Patdees. Matter of fact, this show is going to go into watching Patdees. We're going to watch Patdees videos. We're going to make fun of them the whole damn time.
that was a fun night. I enjoyed that night.
I'll tell you, that's the part I love to do the editing and goofing around, and to get Jason to sometimes come on the show. You go off for a while. That's the problem with YouTube. You go off for a while. And, I was last looking, I haven't gone live since March 29th.
Wow.
And, just because I've been, even eBay the last 10 or 12 days has picked up a lot for me. Real quick, I want to say hello to a couple people. I did put the link out there. If anybody, it's open invite. I did this spontaneous. I know Craig was resting, and he's like, I'm not quite ready, but he did on the last minute come in and help me out, so I appreciate it. Anybody's welcome to come in. I just ask that we keep the language family friendly. That was another thing before I started the show. I don't know if I tried to hit the monetization button and it wouldn't allow me to.
There's a new self-review or whatever they're calling it.
Yeah.
Well, you have to kind of fill out a wizard.
Well, I had to go into the different way of videos, and then when you click monetization, it asks you 6 questions: any foul language, any inappropriateness, any tragedy, and those type of things. And I'm like, oh, okay. So they're really now with Google worried about the advertising. They're worried because that's the thing with YouTube. Revenue is dropping, as is everything.
Oh, yeah.
Because people's advertising budgets are cut down. There was a company the other day, instead of spending $5 billion, they're only going to spend $1 billion. But let me real quick say hello. Aaron was the first one. Hello, Aaron. Thank you for stopping. Landshark picker. Now he's got this. Now his profile picture is like he's selling himself up on eBay.
I was trying to go get dressed up like that, but I couldn't find my shirt, so
he couldn't get the white background. Hey, Adam, thank you. Adam's been staying up late. I've been noticing Adam in others' room at night. But Lisa, thank you for stopping. I appreciate it. Balta Leon, what's up, Mr. D's? What's up? There's Susan. Hey, thank you, Susan. How are you? Philly Picker, what's up, buddy? The link is there. If anybody is welcome to come on. Like I said, just let's keep it family friendly. Whatever you want to talk about, it's pretty much open mic night. I just wanted to kind of do a live. I like doing the lives, but you kind of get out of them sometimes, and time goes by, and it's like, wow, to get back into it. But there's Myra, Terry McLean, thank you, Jennifer Pelletier, thank you for stopping. Thank you. If you guys could hit that thumbs up button, I greatly appreciate it. I've been hey, Glynn, the link is there. I'm gonna.
I'm all alone. I've taken over Pat's channel. But definitely appreciate everybody showing up tonight. I know I was talking to Pat earlier just a little while ago when he messaged me.
I hit instead of invite, I hit leave studio.
All right.
So again, I a little rusty here, so sorry about that, guys. Right. I pay the $25 a month now for StreamYard, and I use it less than when I had it for free. So I should get it right here and stuff. But Craig, you've been you messaged me the other day. I was actually out doing a little Instacart and doing a little sourcing at the same time.
Right.
And what are you doing now? You took a new gig?
I just started doing DoorDash on Wednesday.
I
was just talking to somebody on Facebook that we've got a Facebook group for, I don't know how it is up in your area up there, but there's a couple of Facebook groups of local people that are doing, there's a certain one for DoorDash, there's one for Instacart. So people just kind of talk and all that. And they were asked, I posted something. I said, I hope everybody's out there making money today. I decided to take the day off, because I put in 34, 35 hours over 3 days.
Wow.
I mean, I told my wife, she said, why do you keep doing that? I said, they're throwing money at me.
Yeah. Right now, my son 2 weeks ago, he was doing for Shipped, which is another company basically like Instacart, and he made $1,500 that week, and the following week he made $1,000. Now, I haven't been making that kind of money because I haven't been. Keep in mind, I just recently stopped helping the guy that I do the property management with it, and it kind of got to the point, to be honest, that with what's been going on with people not having to pay their rent and being a little bit questionable on some of his judgments, I said, I just don't want to do this no more. I'm going to focus more on the stuff that, for myself and keep a certain moral compass that, I didn't want to do that. So I'm not helping him no more as of 2-3 weeks ago. But, I've been busy with even Amazon last week. I think Amazon, I did $800 last week. And which is, it's not a lot, but it's okay for stuff that I already had bought and paid for.
And that's where a lot of my sales I've had over the last week or so have just been stuff that I've had for a long time. I finally just got them listed. What's up, Glynn? And that's where a lot of my sales I've had over the
Hey, Glynn. I popped you in there too quick. Sorry about didn't give you a chance to mute. Sorry about that.
Adam's asking a little bit about DoorDash. It's not bad. I worked a Wednesday evening shift, which I did pretty well on Wednesday. No, I worked afternoon and evening. Thursday I worked just the evening shift, and then Friday night I worked lunch and evening. And I went through one shift where I made $22 an hour.
Oh, I know.
But then I think they've got their algorithm. It kind of flattens you out. They want you to average that $17, $18 an hour.
Right. Hey, welcome, Aaron.
What's up, Aaron?
Hello.
Aaron, is this your first live? I don't think I've ever seen you on live. We can't hear you, buddy.
It's probably that Clemson beanie he's got on.
Yeah, you just
help on that beanie.
you gotta fix your mic. We can't hear you, bud. When you logged in, did you give permission for it? Because we can't hear you. Yep. Nope. Can't hear you.
No, can't hear.
He'll come back in. So maybe he needs to. What happens a lot of times when you come on StreamYard? Aaron's been in the audience many times before, and even comments on my videos. So it's nice to kind of put a live face with the profile pic. So I'm sure he'll be back.
That's the second one I've seen recently that I've seen in the chat for a long time and never. Yeah. I've seen them pictures on Facebook, but I've never seen anybody on a live. Gary, West Max Gary jumped on somebody's live recently.
Yeah, he's been very, very loyal to my page and my videos and stuff like that. So it's nice to see him. So hopefully he'll get that straightened out and he'll come back in. Glenn, man, you're starting to look like a rock star. Your hair's getting long there, bud.
Yeah, I haven't been with a haircut.
Yeah.
So another 2 weeks, it's going to really be out there.
Now, are you at home or at the shop?
At home. Anytime you see this, I'm at home.
Yeah, well, it kind of resembled the shops, except for not having a shelf behind you, so I wasn't sure.
Yeah, it's all green behind me. It's shop, but you shouldn't. Next month, you shouldn't see this. It'll be totally different.
Okay.
I'm actually moving.
Oh, where are you moving to?
Across town, maybe like 15 minutes from here. I finally got a house.
Oh wow! Now, in the middle of all this, you still had closing and all that?
Technically, yeah, man. People, I'm in a hobby business, so people aren't riding.
Okay.
People riding, there's some places that so-called open, but a lot of these guys got big backyards or acreage where they live at, so they kind of ride on their own. But still, I mean, most of the places are closed to riding.
Right. Hey, Aaron, I put the link back in case you lost the link. I put the link back in there, and anybody's welcome to come in. Just let's keep it family friendly. That's all I ask. And with the new guidelines that they even have, they're starting to get tougher. That there was like 6 questions I had at. I mean, obviously, I've only had one video where I got demonetized, but
I wonder why that happened.
Craig, it was your fault. It's always your fault.
Hashtag Craig's fault.
Now, hey, Glenn, is the shop open or is that not?
I'm down there every day, doing work and all that. I got the eBay shop.
Yeah.
So I've been selling stuff on it. I actually sold 4 items today I brought to the post office and sold 2 more I got to bring out Monday, high dollar items.
Yeah.
But I've been delivering out. So I got a big sign, on my door says, because it's EV19, we deliver and all that. So I just go ahead, call me on the phone. I'll look it up and bring it out to them.
Hey, Adam, no, I don't pay much attention to the draft for football. And I just been so busy. Actually, I finally got out in the yard today. We had a tree that fell about a week or 2 ago. And so we've been picking up branches and a lot of winter mess. So, and kind of actually been going through the house now, now that, everybody talks about this quarantine, but I haven't been quarantined because I've been working and my wife still works and my son works for a defense contractor. So he's still going in. So really our life really hasn't changed much except for when we go out in public, there's certain things, but hey, Betty Webb, thank you for stopping.
So there's a lot of places you drive around here that basically got your closed sign up, no cars. Then like you said, all your restaurants basically drive up.
Oh yeah, and that's the problem I'm running into. That sometimes even when I'm outsourcing or doing Instacart, running into usually a lot of times I may stop in like at Wendy's and get a burger and use the bathroom.
You got 10 cars in front of you,
Yeah, well, and you can't use the bathroom in the drive-through, so it's like that's and a couple of the even sometimes I'll run into a Dollar General and nope, can't use the bath. It's getting like ridiculous. But have you been busier than normal with online, Glenn, or? Not
really. I mean, I've actually been selling a little bit of stuff on my eBay store. A lot of my puzzles.
Yeah.
I had listed and sold all my puzzles. So I had some other puzzles I didn't really list because of the shipping and all that. But I went ahead and listed them and all that, and sold actually one of the 4 I had sitting on the back shelf. Others.
I've been selling some puzzles, but the problem I run into is I feel guilty selling a puzzle for like $22, shipping included, but it always seems to run over like 1 pound, 2 ounces. I never have a puzzle that is really less than 14 ounces. It's always above that pound.
Yeah. Well, I'm selling like 1,000-piece puzzles, and most of them go in a 13 by 13 3 box.
Right? Yeah.
I take out flat and cut it down. Save that couple ounces. But it's still like, go ahead.
For me, it's running about 8 to 12 ounces. Or I'm sorry, $8 to $12 to send a puzzle. Am I still making money on a puzzle? Yeah, I'm still making $4 or $5. But you get people like, once in a while they don't quite understand. Hey, Jeremy and George, thank you for if you guys are interested in stopping in, the StreamYard's there. I know sometimes you guys are laying and watching. So, but I appreciate the hello and shout out. So.
It's $11.95 for me to send a postal today here to like Oregon or Washington State.
Okay, yeah, exactly.
Kind of based on that, I got get on pirate ship, and I got this one address I use all the time, and all that for shipping. I figured out my shipping and all that. So, but $11.95 is basically what it costs to send something that far.
Yeah.
And like you said, I'm charging that over $20 for a puzzle.
Yeah. I've only sold maybe probably about 15 puzzles, which,
right.
In all honesty, they were just sitting around. And then when I could find more, I bought some to sell,
right.
To flip. Actually, I did really good was about 4 months ago. Salvation Army, someone donated like a whole table worth of toys and different things like that. And stuff that I paid $2.99 for, then I was getting, that was great because, I was getting $22, $25 with shipping. I sold a lot of things that it was funny because I gave something away the other day, and I had it for a year. I gave it to Kimmy's son, and I sold it. Now I've been selling a lot of DVDs on the auction. Okay, still trying to figure out penny shopping on eBay. Any tips? I never heard of penny shopping on eBay.
I've only heard of penny shopping at Dollar
General, yeah.
How's it going, John?
And apparently that's pretty popular on YouTube because.
Oh yeah, hey John, I'm gonna put the link in if you want to come on and ask your question. Anybody's welcome to come in. My only thing is, let's keep it family friendly. That's all. And so I'm not sure what you mean by that. And I've been itching to go live. I'll be honest, for a while. It's just some days. Today's actually been my slowest day online. So I mean, there's just been some days where I've honestly had 100 orders a day, and just busy. And then between doing Instacart, if I did Instacart the other day they were offering incentives that if I did 5 deliveries, they guaranteed me a certain amount. And we're talking basically, it was like they, instead of giving $7 or $8 plus tips, you could keep all the tips. They were pretty much going to guarantee me $15 from them. Somebody had, that's funny because I haven't done videos for a while. Somebody watched my Instacart videos a lot now, since they're home on YouTube, and they signed up with my referral code. And had they delivered, and they never did it, but had they delivered by May the 8th in San Francisco, my referral bonus would have been $2,500.
Oh, well, that's probably a huge market though.
Yeah, they had to do 110 deliveries though in 5 weeks, but that's not unrealistic because if you can average 1 delivery an hour, in 5 weeks, that really wasn't a lot,
Right.
But didn't get it.
Well, I heard you mention today, I guess he was talking about Instacart, where if you could have taken it, because you actually showed the phone to the camera, where it was like, but you're 15 miles away from the store, right?
Oh, yeah. When you saw that, I'm from that store. Yeah, but see, I'm Instacart now in my area is called Instacart On Demand.
Right.
So anywhere I go and my phone picks up the GPS, I can do Instacart. Like 2 weeks ago, I was about an hour and a half south of where I live.
Right.
And I had to stop somewhere, and then all of a sudden it said there was an order for $45 for like 22 items. It was a $25 tip. Right. So I took it. And so I could pretty much, and it's funny, I wish I had time. I almost thought one day, why not drive from like Pennsylvania to Florida and sort of do like Instacart the whole way?
Right.
If you could time that just to see what it would be like. But right. I mean, it's possible you could do it, but it would take a lot more time, obviously, to drive to Florida doing that, because you'd be, sometimes when you get at a strange store, it's much more difficult because you would think every store sort of like, let's say ketchup and vinegar go in the same time. Yeah, no, that doesn't work that way.
What's your with Instacart? I've signed up. I'm waiting on the process to complete. What's your average time on an Instacart delivery? Just rough. I mean, I'm not talking. An hour. Okay, well that's not bad then.
Between shopping, I try to get 70 cents an item. So in other words, if I'm going to deliver 30 items, I really want that to be $21. Right. Now, do I take orders so that sometimes they're $10 or $12? Yeah, I do. But I know they're only going to take 20 minutes, and I'm right there. Right. Because sometimes I travel into Scranton, Pennsylvania. So a lot of times, now I haven't done, I mean, I've made money every week. The best week I've ever done is $400 for about 25 hours. And there's been weeks last year, like in July and August, I didn't do it for 5 weeks. I didn't do Instacart. So it didn't matter. Right. I looked at it last year. I made enough money to pay for a trip to Disney, and we were just actually down to Disney the first week of January. Cool. The problem is, and I just see Adam brought that up. I don't see it in the back. Oh, here it is. It's funny because I have 2 screens going. It showed up on YouTube about the supermarkets.
Food.
A lot of things they're just out of. Yeah. Hey, boss, BOS. I made. Oh wow! So you do Instacart? You made 5,000 in 3 weeks. Wow, that's good.
Wow.
But I know that's possible because my son, he made doing grocery delivery 2,500 in 2 weeks. And
now's the time to jump into this delivery stuff. I mean, it may not be this way for a long time, but right now is it's hot and heavy.
Yeah, and some of the states I've noticed, it's funny because now I've noticed that some of the states are starting to roll back on things as far as the social distancing and coming out and opening business. I noticed like Amazon's a little slow today.
Yeah, so many stores go into and they get right up on your back. You know, it's like you feel like saying, you know.
Twisty, I'm not sure what you mean. What is this? What is what?
Are they a troll?
Well, we'll see. What is this? What is what? Hey.
What's up, Joe?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
How are we doing?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Doing good.
We'll see. If they let him say one more thing that is, oh, no, it's not. We don't talk about drugs. We're talking about Instacart. It's a grocery delivery service.
I did. I worked Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday last week on DoorDash and did 66 deliveries. My average deliveries I probably get 2 good deliveries an hour on average.
Yeah. Hey,
sometimes they double up.
Joe, is this the first time you've been on a live?
It's the second time. I was on DC Pickers live a couple weeks ago.
Oh, cool.
So, yeah. I'm still new to this and don't know how I sound. Can you hear me and everything?
No, you sound great. Yeah. And if Aaron, let me put the link there again. If Aaron wants to come back, we always have room for 6. No, it's open topics. We're just talking about what we do. The general theme here is we're all resellers, but we're even me and Craig are doing side gigs, and Glynn actually works at his family business with motorcycle parts. Joe, this is the first time officially meeting you. I'm not sure what you do full time.
Yeah, I do have a full-time job. It's nothing special. Rather not talk about it, but
that's okay.
But I do sell on eBay part-time and try to make a few videos here and there on YouTube. So,
quick question, Joe: is that Pee Wee Herman back there on that top shelf?
Yeah, you see him back there.
That's what I'm saying. I'm going. He's wearing a gray suit, and it looks like
not many figures have gray suits on.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. Hey, Twisty, I see you're trying to come in the back there. You have to have your camera on, or you won't be allowed in.
And you've got it where you have to sign in with Facebook or YouTube, right?
Yeah.
Good, because it told me I was still logged in, so that's good.
Yep. Yeah, I have that as a
that definitely helps
as a blocker. So you got to turn your camera on, and if you're always welcome on the show, but it's a family friendly show. So are you into? So unless you turn your camera on, I'll give you a couple minutes. You won't be welcome. So that's the rules. You're into wrestling, Joe?
I am. Yeah. As my growing up, my dad was into it, and then, my kids are into it now, and there's a few belts I have up there, and,
Yeah, so. I bought a belt probably about 20 years ago when they first kind of started doing it, and because I don't live far from Allentown. That's originally where I'm from. So, are you originally from Philadelphia?
Yeah, I was born and raised in Philadelphia.
Okay.
I'm actually living. I live directly across the street from where I grew up. So my parents still live across the street, and I bought the corner house across from them. So I didn't move too far.
Right.
So
nothing wrong with that.
Now, you are doing reselling though?
Yeah.
And how's that going for you?
It's actually been going pretty good. I've been selling last few weeks. I think I've sold the most that I've sold in a long time,
Yeah.
But I've also been listing more. I concentrated more on getting rid of the death pile that I had, which I still have a whole lot more I have to go through. But I think once everything closed down, I enjoy sourcing more like everybody else than actually listing. So, but since everything's been closed and, there's no flea markets and garage sales, I just focused on listing more. So I've listed a whole lot more than I did in the past. So that reflects the sales, I guess.
Yeah.
Right. If you want to know the secret to eBay, that's it.
Yeah.
List and price appropriately.
I mean, I sold 8 things today. I can't tell you the last time I sold 8 things in one day. It's probably never, but like I said, I do it part-time, but I've been listing a whole lot more in the last couple of weeks.
That's good.
Twisty, yeah, I had to boot you because you didn't have your camera on. So if you want to come on again sometime, that's fine. We just got to keep it, family friendly. and that's fine. So maybe some next time in the future. Is there a certain niche that you sell, or are you just selling anything, Joe?
Pretty much selling anything. I was in the clothes for a little bit, but it takes so much time to list and measurements, and now I kind of focused on a lot of time I spent sourcing like baseball gloves, baseball bats, softball equipment, anything else like that. But a lot of that's not moving now because everything's canceled. All the seasons are canceled, especially up in the Northeast area. We have a small window for that baseball season. I know down south and out west they do play all year round. Up here they really don't. So, but I listed it, and some of it's been moving. But I sold a couple golf clubs that I don't think I ever sold a golf club before, other than today. So should be fun to ship out on Monday.
But that sporting, that baseball stuff, it'll sell. It's just you have to hold on to it till next season.
Yeah.
If you don't have much money in it, what's it hurt to let it sit?
Yeah, which I really don't. I don't really have much money into all the stuff. Like I said, I usually do my sourcing at garage sales, Goodwills, and all that. Like some of the belts back there, those 2 belts up there are actually from the Goodwill.
Wow, the wrestling belts?
Yeah.
Wow. Now, are they the metal ones, or are they the kids or the foam?
No, they're both metal ones, and they were both the same day I found them. One's a smaller one.
Yeah.
The smaller, and then the women's wrestling one. It has the leather belt, but it has the plastic pieces on the front. So.
Oh, okay. But they're still probably worth about $100 a piece.
Yeah, probably around that. Yeah.
Yeah, the metal ones go for $300 to $600.
Yeah.
Hey, Myra, dropping your link in there, and anybody that comes on my show afterwards, I always make sure in the description. So if you guys haven't subscribed to Philly Picker, please do. And Craig, and obviously people watching the channel know Glynn Swamp Picker, and myself.
That's my brother down there.
Yeah, that's my big brother.
How far are you guys?
Probably 4 hours, 4.5 hours.
4 hours, yeah.
4 or 5 hours.
Yeah.
And a lot of people think that we are brothers. Brothers, what's funny sometimes.
I've said that in a couple of chats, and people are like, "Oh, I thought so.
They always get our names mixed up. People call me Craig. The one, I don't know if you ever done that one morning show where I can't think of her name right off the top of my head. But she sings "Good Morning, Good Morning."
Oh yeah,
it's Craig.
Norgus.
Darlene and Tracy.
Yeah.
That's all right. I've been called a lot worse than Glynn. Okay.
Now, Joe, you live right in Philly, or like the outskirts?
I live in Philly.
Okay.
You've been to the stadiums. I'm about 25 minutes from the stadiums.
Yeah,
north,
you know where Joe Steaks is?
Yeah, Frankfurt and Girard.
Yeah, my friend has the bar like 2 blocks away across the street.
What's the name of that?
Josh, what is the name we were?
Oh, is it Murphy's?
Murphy's.
Yeah, I know exactly. It's a funny story about that. Murphy's has been there a long time. I don't know how long your friend has owned it, but
I would say he's probably had it. He used to be a customer of mine when he came to the restaurant up here in Lake Wallenpaupack, because he has a second house up here. So they used to come a lot of times up on the weekends and stuff like that. And sometimes he would come up by himself with the kids. But have you ever been in there? They have the Penny Bar.
Yeah. My dad. We're going back years. When I was a young kid, I was probably 7 or 8 years old. My dad played baseball in Fishtown. That's the neighborhood of where the bar is, and that bar sponsored them, for a short period of time. So I've, been there, and it's been the same for the last 20 years inside. It's a pretty cool bar. Yeah,
he does a good business there, and he rents out the kitchen to somebody, and just basically focuses on the bar scene and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I have another guest that's coming in, so we'll welcome. He has his camera on.
That's always a plus.
Ben Dover. This is the first time.
Hello.
Hey Ben, why don't you tell us about yourself and where you're from? Can you hear me, Ben?
I can't hear anything.
Okay, we can hear you, buddy. Yeah, you just can't hear us?
Oh, I can hear you now.
Okay. Where are you from?
I'm from Texas.
Oh, Texas.
What part?
Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, and you have a channel and make content?
I haven't made anything yet, but I'm about to.
Yeah.
I just go to college and I work and whatnot.
What part of Texas, Jen?
DFW.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
We
About
drove,
you guys?
Alabama here. We drove from Alabama to is it McKinney? It's just north of Dallas.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's like an hour and a half for me.
Yeah.
I live in a really small town, but everything's super cheap here, like housing and all that.
Okay, I saw you in the chat. You were saying tell Josh hello or something.
Oh yeah, Josh Shelley.
Oh, okay.
I've talked to Josh. I think the last time I talked to him was 2017. We played a lot. I mean, we've been playing since like 2014 or something like that, but we haven't talked in a while. And he told me to send me your live stream, so I decided to join.
Okay.
I didn't know if I'd see Josh on here or not, but
No, he usually doesn't come on the lives. He's too busy Fortnite or whatever. Yeah, he helps me a lot of times with the thumbnails and laying out the things for doing the shows and stuff like that. So.
Oh yeah, he's good at that stuff.
Yeah.
I can't do that.
Yeah.
But yeah. What's Patdees?
Yeah, that's my name. That's been my eBay name since 1998 and stuff. And I do reselling and I travel. I haven't been down to Texas, but I've been down to Nashville, Kentucky, about 20 different states. And all of us here are resellers, and we make a living. Part of what we make a living doing is buying and flipping things, selling them on eBay, Facebook Marketplace, and Amazon, and different platforms.
Okay. I don't know if this is correct or not, but you used to have like a restaurant?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Josh told me so much about it. He used to work there, and I've always wanted to try it, but I live way down here and nothing special.
Yeah, unfortunately, I had gotten cancer a couple years ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then I was doing eBay part-time and had to close it down because competition came along too. Okay. We lost him. That's all right. This was his first time coming on, so I'm not sure where he was going with that. So, but thanks for stopping in. And apparently he knows my son, so wasn't sure. Anytime you put a live link out there, you're open to people testing it and seeing what's going on. So thanks for stopping. Appreciate it. So I think Dani was going to stop in. I did send her a link.
Dani Mae.
Yeah, Dani Mae. I think she did.
I want to show her daughter on it today.
Yeah, Dani Mae's daughter is doing a channel and stuff. Dani travels in an RV and does things. Storage Scavenger, if you want to stop on, you're always welcome. You could. I'll put the link there.
Yeah, well, first I thought that. I said, "Hey, is that her sister or something like that?" But I didn't. Well, I realized she did have a daughter and all that.
All right, there we go. Okay, Joe, you were saying for that kid came in. You were saying about Murphy's.
Yeah, my dad played softball for that bar when I was a kid. So I was familiar with it, and I worked for a few years in the neighborhood there. So
yeah, we've stopped the last couple of times we stopped over there. He's never there, so we never seem to catch him. Dani Mae says your device is not connected. So
now, do you come down to Philly often, Pat?
Well, I used to come down at least 2 or 3 times. I mean, years ago, before the casinos came to Pennsylvania, I would travel. Danny, I'll let you in 1 second. Give me a minute. I would let you, I would go to the casinos probably 3 times a year. I would come down to wrestling. Now I come down for the Eagles. We usually go to Phillies game once a year. But I used to go about 6-7 times. I mean, now once I got to know where Pat's and Gino's, and then we really like Joe's because you could sit down there. We try to come down. I like going for drives. So once you get sort of down towards Quakertown, what the hell is another 45 minutes to Philadelphia, and we'll stop down. So I got a pretty lady that wants to come and join us, kind of break up a little bit of this,
No,
Hey, Dani.
I'm not.
Hey, Dani Mae.
Hello.
Hi.
We need some beauty on the show.
That's why I thought that's why you had me on.
See, he's a liar. He's saying beauty.
Yeah.
Whatever.
How are you? How are you?
I think I need to put my headset in. It's hard to hear, but I'm doing well. How are you guys doing tonight?
Doing good.
Good.
Hi, Glynn.
That's Glynn over there.
Your daughter, I guess it was at Beth and T or D.
Huh?
I guess you and your daughter, it was on D show.
No, we were on Because She Should.
Okay, she said, yeah, okay.
Yeah. I'll put my earphones in. I'm sorry, can't.
That's okay.
Is there a lag? Okay. Where are my earphones?
Well, I don't know.
I know, right? Here, hold on.
Yeah, Dani Mae's getting popular now. Now she's starting to do all kinds of YouTube. Joe, now are you? How is it down in Philly? I mean, I had saw an advertisement on Facebook about the cheesesteaks, but they said, I mean, obviously they don't have the lines. Like, so I wonder what's going on.
They're still open. You just can't eat outside, like where all the tables were and everything.
Right.
So people are just getting them for takeout, and it's mostly like that with all the stores down here, all the restaurants down here.
Yeah.
Still open for takeout. Yeah. Now they started on Sunday. If you are going in a store, everybody has to have a mask on. So
yeah, that's how exactly. That's my wife runs a Subway, and she's involved with a big company that have a Subway inside a gas station. So they're considered essential. So they're open, but yeah, everybody has to wear a mask. I wear a mask too when I go out. Just because honestly, I've seen a lot of people arguing and fight. I don't want to hear the harassment. But I have to wear glasses now to drive. So a lot of times, I keep them on for distance. So I get out of the car and put it on, the damn things fog up, and it's like, but it is what it is. I could see that going on for a while.
Yeah, I think so too.
You're talking about Artie, man. I was in the post office today. I guess about 11 o'clock. One guy was wanting to pick up his mail, and they were getting into it big time. He was throwing cuss words and all that, and he told the guy to get out, and it was crazy.
Why were they getting into it?
I guess he wanted to pick up his mail, and they couldn't find it. And I guess they weren't delivering his mail and all that. And
there is a really, and that's unfortunate for eBay and any type of reselling that you have. That's Facebook Marketplace on the mail. It's been really bad because people are like, wait, you said you were going to send it priority, 1 to 2 day or 3 day priority. And then all of a sudden, if the post office is like behind, it doesn't help you.
Right.
So I'm wondering how many people are getting negative effects because of the difficulties going on with the post office.
Well, you should be able
They said something just recently on Amazon. They extended it that they're saying the post office needs basically an extra day. But I mean, come on. I've been running into a lot lately that people are saying they are not getting their packages, but it shows delivered. One person emailed me back and said, "Oh, I got it. It was somewhere else." Now, what I do is on Amazon, I pay the extra insurance. So even if they don't get it, I'm covered because now priority, you have that insurance, but I even pay a little extra because I don't want to deal with the issue. Somebody left me feedback the other day, and Amazon struck it right out because no fault of me.
So when Patdees, can I ask? Oh, my battery just dropped. But when you pay the extra insurance, does that mean for what amount are you like willing to pay insurance? Like some people go like, if it's $100 or more or $50 or more on.
I pay whatever it is. In other words, whatever they charge me.
You mean on the value of the item?
Yeah. The value of the item.
Well, yeah,
that's what I mean.
If the value, I'll give you an example. If I sell a $15 product and it costs me $10 to ship, the extra insurance that Amazon charges is only 30 or 50 cents.
Oh, you're talking Amazon. I'm sorry. I didn't know you were talking
Amazon. In other words, I pay Amazon extra insurance.
Okay.
On a declared value because I'm doing merchant fulfilled, and so from what I understand, if something goes missing, that it's covered. So I've had a lot of shipments, but there's been about 4 of them that supposedly they didn't get, and 2 people left me feedback in the last week that said and then Amazon struck it right out and then took care of it, and so. I hope I answered that, Sue. And from what I know, and I've done a lot of deliveries, I'm going to be in the future doing some Amazon videos. I've kind of been quiet lately because sometimes I hear a lot of people say, oh, you got people on YouTube talking about reselling, but they're not resellers. So now I can talk from experience. I've been selling on Amazon the last year and a half, but I've been selling on eBay the last 20 years. But now I can really talk about, because I've done a lot of merchant fulfilled in the last 6 weeks, to the point that basically once I do talk about it, I think it helps my credibility as far as experience and what I've been doing. So
well, and just because people say that, it doesn't mean that it's directly directed towards you. Or
no.
Here's what other people say.
There's been people that have actually, Dani, directed it towards me.
Okay.
Yeah. Haters sometimes, and
well, yeah, but I mean, and I'm not saying this in a gossip way or anything else, but Harry Tornado says he's a much better YouTuber than he is a reseller. He has said that multiple times on lives and everything else.
Yeah.
And he does incredible content. I mean, all of his like thumbnails and everything else are on point, and people look to him as a reseller. And I'm not getting into dynamics or anything like that, but I praise him for the fact that he's willing to say, hey, I'm more of a YouTuber than I am an eBay or reseller type of person.
And a lot of people won't say that. In my opinion, and I'm not trying to throw anybody out there saying it's bad. He's molded in the Rally Roots mold, in my opinion.
I haven't watched much of the Rally Roots.
I haven't watched.
Well, I could tell you when I first started YouTube. I mean, I've been on YouTube a long time, but mostly it was for music. And then when I had basically started doing some research on basically having to restart after losing the restaurant and going through cancer, I really wanted to up my game and be a reseller. And I was like, well, what do I make for content? And I had made one of the first videos I had made was top 10 people that influenced me to do YouTube. And Rally Roots, just because of their age being young and basically really being diverse in what they're doing and their likability as a couple, I praise them a lot. And really, I mean, they have, when they come on there and say, hey, about reselling, someone can't say, well, you're just a YouTube. I mean, they have the credibility as far as, I mean, they show you. Ryan breaks it down exactly what he does, and they're very
well. And that's kind of what I'm saying about Harry Tornado, is that he's so like transparent about everything. Is that he's saying, hey, this is what I'm best at is. Oh wait, what did I didn't see what that said.
I was highlighting Jeremy's comment, and I've looked to Jeremy for advice on YouTube and different things and stuff like that.
I didn't see it.
Nathan, thanks for the super chat. I appreciate it, buddy. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, I'm missing all the comments, but yeah, it was a compliment to his character as saying, hey, I'm more of this than I am of that. But at the same time, you know, if you sell, if you're a reseller, you're selling on YouTube, or I'm sorry, eBay, Amazon, Facebook Marketplace, Poshmark, you know, all
Well,
these different
thank you, Erin.
places. So as long as you're selling, whether you have a YouTube or not, you're a reseller. But I like the people that are upfront and honest about what they're doing. And I wasn't trying to turn any heads on anyone. I
No.
apologize.
I know,
I'm
Josh.
speaking good of
Yeah,
them.
and everybody, to be honest, everybody's got to do what they feel comfortable in their own thing.
Absolutely.
I just didn't whatever I want to do, and obviously because of my personal issues, what I've gone through, I think it's always an inspiring story to share that basically you lose something and you have the ability to bounce back because you know you have the drive and want to do it. I mean, frankly, there are a lot of people that could be doing the same thing that I do, but they make excuses or don't want to do it. Or somebody approached me about 6 weeks ago, a young man that's about the same age as my oldest son, and it's been life-changing. And life changing, and I will be forever grateful towards that person. And I'm good. He's not a YouTuber, but he's a very successful young business guy that I've hung out with, and I will never forget that. And because there's a lot of times people just don't. I mean, what I'm going to say, if I went to my father-in-law and said, hey, you know, could I borrow $2,000? I got this idea. I went, no, forget it. I'm not going to give you a dime.
Right.
And I met a guy about 3 months ago who I bought a bunch of new DVDs and Blu-ray, and he told me a story. Now, he borrowed $5,000 15 years ago off his father-in-law. He now has a successful business doing $3 million online, but he doesn't do nothing with YouTube. Big Red. No. Come on. $20. Stop it.
Oh my goodness.
Tell him he could have just walked upstairs and handed it to you.
No, he's 2 rooms over actually. But oh my, you know, it's funny because I get mad and I'm pretty blunt, and I tell my son I love him, but I tell him sometimes when he's a jackass too. But thank you.
But talking about YouTube, everybody's got their own style, and I think that's what makes YouTube. It's not that my style is any better than Pat's, and Pat's is any better than Glynn's, or Glynn's any better than Dani's. Everybody's got their own style, and different people connect with different styles differently. You know, one's not better than the other. It's just everybody's got their own personalities.
Yeah,
you know?
I mean, I'll be honest, I have a long-term goal I want to do, and I don't want anybody to kind of change what I'm really thinking, what I want to do. I just got to find the audience that likes what I do and likes my story, you know, and not get sidetracked like basically Jeremy always says with negative people and stuff like that. Adam, they take, he knows they take 30%, but he just basically wanted to publicly show that.
That's so sweet.
Yeah. Did you shout out Big Red's channel so he can get some subscribers?
Yeah. He's got some. I'll tell you what, when he graduated from school, he went to a 4-month program with Johnson College, and then got a job with General Dynamics, and he's making more than the old man. So, you know, he's doing good, and he chips in. The only thing is sometimes he goes and buys $400 worth of groceries. He's like, well, Dad, I don't have to pay the car insurance or the phone this month. I'm like, no, it's due tomorrow. Don't buy $400 worth of groceries at one time. So, you know, I so appreciate. I don't have any other family. I wish I had a dad to call sometimes or to pick up the phone and stuff like that. So I only have my 2 sons, and one of them doesn't live here, and my wife, and you know.
Patdees, I consider you family. I mean, you were there when, you know, I was doing my first video and everything else, like my first live, and my first live, not my first video. You are a family member to so many people, and and it's different than the family that you're speaking about.
Oh yeah, I enjoy meeting the people, and I for the most part I like this experience, and I'll be honest, had I not done this, I would not have met this young man that helped me 6 weeks ago, and I'm
kind of intrigued. I kind of want to know.
Oh, you're gonna know, but we basically, yeah, you're gonna know. His real name will never come out.
Okay.
What he did, not many people would have done. He basically, this is what I'll share. He gave me some product to sell on credit, and I said, well, and about a week into it, I gave him some money, and he said, I said, well, I can't give you the rest till 30 days. He's like, oh, don't worry about it, and I went door to door selling that product. I went to businesses selling that product and made money doing it and put it back into Amazon and have turned it into basically my year goal I hit in 6 weeks.
Wow.
So, I mean, I shipped I shipped about 3,000 packages in the last 30 days.
Wow.
Good for you.
Awesome.
Yeah, and nothing that somebody could say, oh, he gouged. I mean, you got a couple customers like they don't understand you got to pay shipping, but stuff that
the fees that you have to pay too, like people.
Right. Well, I was willing to sell 100 items a day and make $2 or $3 than trying to basically come across as a person who wanted to take $10 and turn it into 60. I found some things that I could sell. I mean, there were sometimes, and there's some things that I'm selling now, and every month is different because I can tell you right now, and Shane has talked about it on his channel, and there are going to be some resellers that have basically get caught up in having too much inventory. I keep a very little. I'm out every day. Today is the first day I stayed home, so I'm out every day, and I will go to drive 3 hours to pick up things if I have to. And but I've been very. I mean, I sometimes go to 4 post offices. But it's going to be life. I mean, I'm going to be. I mean, little things. I mean, I've struggled for about 3 years. I'll be honest, and I have a car that has 210,000 miles, and next week I'm going to be able to buy a lawn tractor that's costing me $1,500 to cut my own grass. I don't have to worry about it.
Nice.
So
that just makes my heart sing, like with everything that you've gone through, just like the physical health and everything else. My heart's singing for you. And Craig, we call our RV the Landshark. So I fell in love with you like the first time I saw you on Nate's and Anthony's.
That's a good thing to do.
Yeah, well, not literally. Don't tell me.
I know.
But yeah, Landshark. Yeah.
Hey Joe, wave if you're awake.
I know, right? I apologize. I came in hearing. Wait. Okay, there we go.
That's
hearing Joe. About I'm trying to. Okay, wait. Okay. Okay. About the Philly steak burgers and I've been craving those. So bad. So I need to get some of those.
Well, you got to come to Philly to get the
real one.
Get the real ones.
The real ones. Yeah.
I got a place about a half mile down the street called Philly cheesesteak on the outside of the building.
What was that? I didn't hear. Glynn,
I got a place about half a mile from here. It's called Philly cheesesteak. But I'm not sure. I never had a real one to compare. So. But it's okay,
Well, it's just like Chinese restaurants. Everybody in America that eats Chinese thinks that's real Chinese. I've never had it, but I can guarantee you, what I eat in an American Chinese restaurant is not authentic. Probably 80 or 90% of them.
Well, what's crazy, I had eaten stuff there before, but when you get it to go, they wrap it up so tight. When you eat it, it tastes totally different from eating a sandwich in the store.
Joe, tell us the secret. What makes it authentic?
I don't know, to be honest with you. I think it's the cheese, the way they have it.
It's
And the roll,
right?
the rolls are good.
Well, and it's fresh.
Yeah.
It's fresh.
You know,
yeah.
what
It's
happens
fresh.
is you're getting a product that basically is made right in front of you, and you're getting it within 2 or 3 minutes. And anything that you get right away and they mass produce, because they just focus on, most of those places just focus on cheesesteak and French fries. So whenever, you know, and that's the problem even with a lot of times, like reselling even, you get sometimes try to focus on 30 different things, and sometimes you ought to focus on 2 or 3 things and do it good a lot of times. And that's what they do at those places. Pat's and Gino's, they were selling 2,000 subs a day. Those owners are multimillionaires from the success of their business. Now, are they a tourist trap? Are there places that, of course they are, but they are successful in what they do, and I enjoy it. I mean, I like, but I don't know why people got to debate. You know, I always said you can like McDonald's and Burger King at the same time. You know what I mean? Same as steak sandwiches down there. So.
Yeah.
So do they do the franchises?
No, they don't.
It's all
go by their families.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean that they can't just like put a whole bunch of ingredients or I don't know. So it's better than
the two famous spots in Philly are basically Pat's and Gino's, and they're located across the street from each other.
Oh, okay.
So, at 2 corners.
Yeah. So if you do come to get, you have to try both, and that's usually what happens, and that's what I think it draws more people in. You know, some families are would prefer Gino's, or some prefer Pat's, or sometimes you get them both. So that's usually what I do. I'll get one from each.
Do both of them use like different bread? Because they're down here, like most poor boy places in Baton Rouge get bread from New Orleans, from a certain place.
Well, Pat used the Ambrosia rolls, the company. I'm not sure what Gino does.
Yeah, I'm
Gino's
not sure.
is popular because they're a little bit more glitzy, and they sponsor a lot of things with the police. And they have they have a table in the back. So when celebrities come by, they invite the celebrity in. They kind of pre-plan it. They'll take photos, and that's all. And their locations are on a V corner. So basically, you can go down both sides of the steak shops, and it's really like sort of like the Disney World of cheesesteaks, because you get to really look and see how the place looks. They've done really. I mean, again, I've talked to insiders involved with the companies and looked, because I used to be in the restaurant business. I used to own 3 Subways and had at one time a sit-down family style restaurant. So obviously, I'm intrigued by that business and stuff like that.
So can you say that it's like more about the marketing, and if their food is like almost compatible in
Well, I think, to be honest, they have a location that they have a captive audience, because people go to the Phillies, the Eagles, and then obviously Philadelphia having 1.5 million people, they're going to go there. Yeah, I think Omarosa. Maybe I said it wrong, Adam. Omarosa's, but I've seen the truck deliver the rolls there and stuff like that. They just do a great job. I mean, they only sell French fries, soft drinks, and cheesesteaks. And
wow,
that's how it's funny, because I used to, when I had Subway, people would sometimes criticize me. I'd be playing poker with friends, and Subway sucks because they don't give enough meat, because people would go to a local deli and get like a boar's head hoagie. And but they were selling it for $7-8 when we were selling the subs for $4. And I looked right at the guy and I said, well, I'm glad that 2,000 people a week don't feel the same way that you do. I mean, I was out of 140 locations in our 10-county area, I was in the top 10 with my locations.
Nice.
And I made good money back in the day when I had Subway. I really learned a lot of life lessons over the last 25 years. And that's why I want to, even though I've been successful the last month, I want to make sure that I'm smart and don't get myself into unwanted debt and not get, I have people present oh, Pat, why don't you buy like 3? No, I don't want 3 pallets of something. I'm not at that stage. And I got to feel comfortable with something to sell it. And some things are practical. And Jeremy mentioned it on his show, but one of the things that people could have made money a month ago, and I was teasing Glynn when he came in, that he needed a haircut. If you sold haircut kits a month ago,
no kidding,
you would have made money. And
no kidding.
Yeah.
All the hair dye is going like crazy right now. I sprayed mine. No, I'm kidding.
Me too.
I don't gray. I'm not old enough to be gray. Just kidding. Okay. Oh, I can't wait to see the chats on that one. But Nintendo games, puzzles. Like people have had puzzles on the market, like including myself. Like market meaning eBay or whatever source platform they sell on. They're going for bank right now, so it's true. So Hair and Beauty. Oh, I'm sorry, Craig.
Yeah, I'm saying they're selling quick too.
They are selling quick, and they are selling for high dollar.
Well,
high dollar.
If you got ones that are premium, like by famous artists or stuff, like I get like I'll show you a puzzle that I'll sell, for example. Like this puzzle, I could probably get around $20 for it. But
how much? Okay, how much was that? Like
my cost
a month ago.
Well, see, that's the problem. My cost is $7, but to ship this is going to be $10 to $12. So I'm really not making. I'm only on this. I'll be lucky if I make $3. But
don't you do plus shipping on top? I mean, shipping on top, right?
Well, no. A lot of times, when I do some of the pricing, it all we're talking about, huh?
I said, don't make me crazy, but go ahead.
Yeah, some things you can, some things you can't. Yeah. I mean, I've had some good artist puzzles that I could sell for $28, $30 plus shipping. So it all depends what it is and what the market is for certain things that
I think the larger number of pieces demands a higher price too.
Yeah. It does.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I've seen some people selling like the 750s, and I hadn't seen a whole lot of them below that, but 1,000, 2,000, they're really getting good money for those.
Hey D, thanks for stopping. And I'm listening to them, so I'm not ignoring anybody, but a lot of people. I really thank you guys for stopping tonight. Grimes Fines is in here. Kim Borderline Hoarderish. Yeah, you can see the chat, can you, Dani?
Hi.
Oh, no. Bill Myers. Okay. Jennifer Hayes is in. A lot of people. So I had.
She's my kissing sister because we both have the lips.
Yeah, I always say she has the best lips in YouTube. That's what I tell her because they're both.
Okay. Yeah. Well, can I be the second best? Sure. I don't know. No, it's okay. I don't even compete with her, so it's all good. But how many have you changed your prices now that this is going on? I'll
be honest. I'm charging the same as I would have before. I'm not doing anything. I'll be honest. I've sold hair clippers. I've sold hair clippers for $50, where I see people selling them for $80 to $100. Oh, thanks to where's my $3? I gave it to you. Now you just gave it back.
Pat, I like John Nevermore Antiques comment.
What was that $3?
I think it's a comment that probably needs to be talked about.
Right, and I do it, and that's where I did talk about it, where I'm not tying up a lot of money into inventory as far as Amazon related. Now, eBay's totally different. Collectible type things, or people that if I get stuck with 6 puzzles, I don't care because I could sell them at Christmas time. And you're never going to sell. I don't think there's anything you ever sell 100%. I mean, if you did, I would be constantly buying it and selling those things. So everything is always an assumed. I mean, you know, how many times do people buy? I mean, I'm friends with Brian. Mr. Buys a lot. He'll buy things that maybe, you know, when you buy, let's say 50,000 pieces, it may take 2 years to sell the things. But if you made your money, you know, I'm going to give you if you make your money back in 2 or 3 months on that, everything after that, so even if it does take 2 years, is pure profit. You know what I mean?
But some of the items that are selling real well right now it may taper off as this situation, changes. A lot of things are going really well for decent money. Probably still going to sell, but the velocity may not be as fast.
Well, and who knows what's going to happen in the fall if we don't have a vaccine and it comes back? Do we have round 2?
Sure.
Again, for me, my personal experiences and learning my lessons from doing business, and exactly there it is. Jeremy's basically saying you adapt and change, or I'm sorry if it's George, with buying trends as successful entrepreneur. Exactly. And I don't have this cockiness that I am going to say I'm going to buy 10,000. I never have that I've been. I started selling on Amazon last year, and a lot of people's like, oh, get into books, and I got burnt by books because not understanding ranking and stuff like that. That's I finally did get into something that sells, and then you got to understand margins. You got to understand. There are some people that aren't even willing to take a 20% margin. Buying something for 10 and then after fees netting 2. Oh, that's only $2. Let me tell you, if you sell 100 of those every week, you're turning down $10,000 a year profit
on that one product.
On that one, exactly.
Yeah, but something like that, you got to have the $10 to blow out and buy a decent amount of inventory.
Well, I'm saying I'm not saying you have to buy that all at one time, Craig. I'm saying if you have access to get that year round, which there's
a replenishable, you mean?
Yeah. Oh well, I have some things that I have access to, and now and Shane's talked about it before. As you get more and more on Amazon, and you complete those deliveries, you get approved for more things.
Wait, was what the hell's saying that I was kind of right in the fact that you have to change your prices according to what is going on? Or I didn't understand that, entrepreneur, because you adapt and change with the buying trends. So I think what they're saying is that you do have to adapt and change your prices is what I'm saying.
I'll give an example. I'm not going to mention the product, but I had a product that I was willing to sell for $8 plus $3 delivery on eBay 4 months ago that didn't sell. And then when all this went down, I was able to sell that same box for $20.
Okay. Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
And make money doing it. Before, when I was willing to sell for $8, I would have only made like $1.50. Now, basically selling it on Amazon, I made $6 on that item. Now, did I have a lot of it? No. Could I find more of it? No. But
yeah. Oh no.
But it's the same kind of thing on YouTube. You've got to adjust to trends. If you want to get the views, you're putting out trendy content.
Oh, and you got to YouTube. To be honest, you got to be consistent.
I'm just saying when you're talking about trends and stuff like that.
Right. And I have now my son changed my setup here on me, and I have videos that I want to do, and I enjoy really talking about hobbies as far as baseball card collecting, lunch boxes and stuff like that. But I just haven't had time to do the videos because I've been busy with everything else.
Yeah.
Craig, Craig, I'll be right back a second. Hold the show, all right?
Let me know when I can let it down.
Okay. If you let go, you're gonna land it on Dani Mae.
Oh, I'm here. I'm sorry, my partner. That it was my choice to do YouTube, not his, and so I'm here. It's just he's walking in and out, and he doesn't want to be seen, and so I'm showing my love by showing his privacy, but I'm still here.
Right. You're the best looking white dot on this show right now.
Oh, well, why? Thank you.
Oh my.
Well, thank you, sir. I didn't see Justin's video tonight. I'm so sorry. Like
I haven't watched any. I barely watched any YouTube today.
Oh, yeah. Me too.
Which is not a bad thing.
Okay, Joe, I see, like you said, Pee Wee Herman, wrestler. Is that the clarinet player from Star Wars, the alien guy in the back?
That played in the bar?
Yeah, played in the bar, the Katina.
Nah, that's from Hellraiser.
Okay.
They're all Hellraiser figures in the back there. And
the one you kind of pointing at looks like the clarinet player.
Yeah, I know who you mean. Yeah,
Got the line.
So they're mostly all horror figures. You got Michael Myers and Freddy Krueger.
Michael Myers deal at the bottom.
Yeah.
Let's get a close up of that.
But they were all pretty much all things that I picked up to resell, and then they end up on the shelf. And sometimes I don't.
What about the Red Man tobacco? Is that like an old package or something?
It's actually it's an old package, but it's actually I bought that at an estate sale. Someone had a plant in it.
Okay.
It's like ceramic. Someone had a plant in it, and it was something my dad always chewed. So
no, I'm not a Colts fan. I just happen to have a Peyton Manning jersey that I have not taken a picture of. It's been there for a while. I'm a sports fan, period.
Who deflated the ball?
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry about that. The damn washer was banging.
Well, if y'all don't like the Peyton Manning, I'll just put my. Never mind.
Well, at least you got some banging going on in your house there, Patdees.
Yeah, I know, but when you're throwing the stuff in there, and then it gets, I've already had it where the hose came out, and then water's all over the floor. So I'm like, nah.
What's up, Barry?
And I know what you meant, Dani Mae. Just behave yourself. You always try to embarrass me. Call me
I'm sorry. I was just on Robin's channel, so.
Oh, okay.
Was it Robin or was it the sock?
It was Robin, and she, her roommate. I call the sock her roommate. So. No, they premiered my daughter, and well, yeah, the focus was on my daughter because she's starting her channel, and then Copper State Treasure, her husband, they buy, I'll make it quick. They buy units, and, they're storage auction buyers, and he's a respiratory therapist, and they pretty much put everything, they gave up everything for him to go to New York to be on the front line as a respiratory therapist. He's seeing like 40 patients a day. So we started a GoFundMe.
Crazy busy.
Yeah. And she's in Arizona. And so yeah, it was a really good thing, but that's, sorry.
I don't know who's chat. I don't know whose stream I was in the other day, and Robin was in there. Either I don't know if it was her or the sock. And I made the comment, and I made the same comment to Jason Static, who has Jason and Cletus, that they need to do interviews, like Robin interviewing the sock. That would be hilarious. Obviously, it would be very challenging to do as a live, but it would be hilarious. Do interview style of their two personalities,
Landshark, between you and me, and I'm not going to tell anybody else, but Robin and Argyle Sock are going to be doing an interview soon.
Nice.
Okay. But I can't tell anybody else about it. Okay.
Well, I should have muted
everybody watch it because everyone didn't hear you.
Yeah, I should have muted all of us then.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
No, I think that would be so awesome.
Lady Left Junk. Yeah, I didn't break bad but I do like that show. Has anybody been watching TV or Netflix at all?
Yeah, that's why I gotta go.
YouTube.
I want to watch Ozark season 3. The problem is once I start watching it, I want to watch it all in one night. Then,
yeah,
they make it too easy to watch those things just straight through.
Yeah,
you watch one episode, and 2 seconds later, the next episode starts.
And then you got to wait a year and a half for the next season. That's what I did with Ozark this year. Season.
That used to be with The Sopranos. Yeah. It'd be like, and I think they had one time they were shut down for like 2 years, and then when they came back.
Yeah.
I actually have not been able to do or watch a lot of things in the evenings until the next morning. And so I binge watch like YouTube in the mornings and the afternoons. And then my partner, we went through all of Ozark. It is so awesome.
Yeah,
you
really
have
good.
to watch it. You do Netflix, right, Patdees?
Yeah. Jerry's talking. Everybody's talking about this Tiger King. I gotta watch it. My problem is I know how I am. It could be like 3:30. Okay, I gotta go to sleep. I gotta get up at 7:30. And when I get sucked into something, I watched Ozark one time. I think it was in 2 nights, and now I know. Patdees, did you see the documentary on Captain D's? No, I'm not sure what that is.
Huh. I'm trying to think of an example. Like, I know Breaking Bad was one that I caught an episode that was way into the story because I didn't know it had just come out or it hadn't been out long. And I hate catching something way, in season 2 and I watch an episode. I'm like, this is good. Then I got to go back and watch everything to catch back up. I hate doing that.
The reason I never got into that in the beginning because I remember seeing the movie and there was a guy standing in his underwear holding a gun and I'm like, what the hell is that? And then all of a sudden, like people were talking about it, but once I got hooked, I mean, I've watched.
All right. I got a question for you. Was it the gun or the guy in the underwear that got your attention?
No,
come on now, be truthful here.
That's why I did watch it.
Susan, thank you so much. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, anytime. Tiger King is not something I've gotten into. That's time I would never get back in my life if I watched.
I like Netflix. I'll be honest. I've watched some documentaries, but I honestly, I've probably watched some shows or things and I watch them all the time. Like there's something I'm watching right now every night, and I've watched it probably 40 nights in a row. Because I can lay there listening to it, and I know the scenes in my head. But and then when I'm in a little bit of a raw mood, I'll watch some of the comedy. Like I've watched David Chappelle on Netflix, Tracy Morgan, Chris Rock, and so
you need to quit watching Netflix and start watching my channel.
I said I want laughter. Not an old guy at a nursing home. You know what I mean?
I'm sorry, what were you watching?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm saying I like to watch comedy a lot of times before.
Comedy.
Yeah,
I thought it was a specific one.
But I've been watching The Shawshank Redemption, and I talked about that.
That's a great movie.
Oh, that's not a comedy.
No. I'm saying a lot of times when I'm in a raw mood, I'll watch comedy. But I watch a lot of singing. I probably watched Cheers for a year straight every night, probably 3 or 4 episodes.
I've got to dig it out. I've got a VHS tape somewhere around here that I taped the last episode of Cheers when it came out in the early 90s.
Oh yeah, Jay Leno was there.
I don't remember the episode. I just remember it coming on and knowing that night that's what it was going to be. My tape.
They did a live.
Really? I didn't know that. I remember watching it. I just don't remember the storyline that night.
Well, the bar that basically Diane comes back. Diane Chambers, the blonde that was in the beginning.
And that's been what, almost 30 years ago?
Well, I know it's hard to believe. I know.
Come on, even I know that. And then
well, you're not even 30 years old. So how do you remember 30 years ago?
Well, because I watch reruns of.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I'm older than 30. My daughter is almost 24. So.
All right.
But thank you. Yeah, thank you for not taking it there. Oh wait, other way. But who took her place? The lady that did the
Rebecca.
diet that didn't work. Yeah, but her
Kirstie Alley. Yeah.
Kirstie Alley. Yeah.
I just enjoy that show because I'll be honest. I feel like when I feel like I'm sitting in the bar with the guys and just enjoying the jokes and the laughter and the banter between one another.
How many seasons they have it carried on for a good while?
I think 11 or 12, something like that.
Wow.
Yeah, they had a lot. I've actually been up to that Cheers in Boston.
Totally different bar too, huh?
What's that?
It's totally different. I heard somebody talking about it.
Oh yeah, it's totally the outside,
Yeah.
the inside's different. But what they did down at Quincy Market, they built a replica of the television bar, and have it down at Quincy Market. I used to be in Boston. I was in Boston for about a month when my older son got hurt when he was 3 years old. So he was in the hospital there, and so I kind of got
wow.
the. Yeah, Boston's a very nice city.
Come on, if you're going to talk about Boston, you got to say it right. It's not Boston.
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 Yeah.
Wait,
You got to give that accent.
wait, say it again.
Boston.
Boston.
I
So
guess
it's
I don't
not
know. I'm just.
Bo-
I'm not from up there.
It's not.
Your car.
It's
You're
not.
gonna park your car.
You car.
It's not Boston. It's Boston.
All right, it's all the same.
Joe, is there a Philly accent?
Come on.
I don't think so.
Joe.
Some people do say that I have an accent, but I don't think there's a Philly one. I don't know.
Where's the car commercial where the two guys from Saturday Night Live were talking in that heavy accent, making fun of the person driving their car, trying to park it? You know,
Were they parking it?
yeah, but it was two Saturday Night Live commercial about a car, about a self-parking car.
Okay,
something
all
like
we
that.
have to do is ask Donna and T. Like, how would you pronounce? How would you pronounce it right now? Is Boston or Boston?
I love to hear T talk.
Me too.
Well, no, T is Long Island. Donna.
I don't care where she's from. I just like her accent.
Okay, well, I might be wrong on, where are they from? Like, well, where's Lori from? From Desert Hunters.
Lori is in.
Like-
Well, she's from Boston originally.
Boston. Okay, so she would know.
Yeah,
she would
knows.
know.
But she's out in Vegas right now.
Yeah, I know she's in Vegas, but I'm saying that she
Yeah,
might
she's
know
originally from Boston.
if
Yeah.
it's Boston or Boston. Boston or Boston. I've overstayed my welcome. Thank you guys very much.
Oh, are you leaving us?
Well, yeah.
No, you don't have to leave.
Well,
You didn't overstay nothing. You're fine.
Make sure you send Patdees your PayPal account so you can get paid.
no, stop.
I already sent her $10 before the show.
$10
No, the thing
cheap.
is Patdees, I want to thank you so much again for helping me setting up those lives and everything. You're such an incredible person inside and out. And even though you have the haters, you're not a hater yourself. And that's what makes it beautiful. And I don't know. I just want you to do well in life, and I'm so happy with your success with what you've gone through as far as your health, your and I know from experience my daughter has some major health issues going on right now, and it does create anxiety and depression and whatever the case may be, but overcoming it, she has overcame everything, and you're doing that too, and more praise to you, and for the higher power, that and the people surrounding you that allows it to be that way, to where you can overcome the crappy things in life that could happen. I mean, Grimes lost his freaking building, things happen in life. This shiitake mushrooms that has happened in life, that we're dealing with right now is going on. So,
well, thank you. I appreciate it.
Well, I appreciate all you guys. And Philly, I want to get your recipe for the steak sandwiches. I really do.
I wish I had one, but
Yeah, his recipe is he drives up to the restaurant, he opens up his wallet, and he says, "Give me one or two."
that's true.
Glynn, I love seeing you in the chats. Make a video soon, okay?
Yeah, I need to make one. I need to get me a new cam.
Yes, you do. Huh?
I need to get me a new cam because my computer's got updated and my cam's not, doesn't work with Windows 10 when I got it updated. So I have to go back.
Yeah.
Maybe
The-
maybe he's going to start a new series on YouTube, Swamp Picker Haircutting. Have like a Louisiana. Would it be an alligator or an alligator? Like kind of,
Mhm.
you know.
Yeah, a baby croc.
Yeah, giving a haircut, something like a cartoonish, like, you know, we'll cut your hair, but we won't bite your head off or something like that. You know?
Well, Kevin from the Commonwealth Picker, he just sold a, what is it called? The Floby?
Yeah.
Look up your vacuum cleaner.
I was like, could you imagine my hair if it was like in a Floby? Like, oh my gosh, that would take a lot off, like at least 18 inches.
Well, yours grows long, mine grows out.
Well, because I mean, mine probably would grow out if I was there, but Landshark, nice seeing you.
Good
And
to see you.
Patdees, always
Thank
love
you.
you, dirty dog.
Appreciate it.
Okay. You guys take care.
And
Oh,
thank
what?
you, and I appreciate it.
Well, thank you for everything you've done, Patdees. You're
No,
awesome.
all right,
We
thank-
love you.
Thank
Okay.
you, honey. Bye.
Bye.
It's always nice to have good company stop in. So thank you, Danny. Joe, so what are you in between? I see a Michael Myers mask back there. Is there something that you need to share with us?
No, I picked it up to resell and it's found it on the shelf. So
Yeah.
you know, thought it was cool. So that's how I end up getting most of my stuff back there. You know.
Now, I've seen you in some of the auctions now. Are there certain things that you're buying?
Mostly, like I said, try to do some video games, but toys. Like I said,
You sent me a watch, didn't you?
yeah, a couple months ago.
That's right. Yeah, I remember because I actually on a live read the note. Thank you. This is the first time actually seeing you live, and I appreciate it. You bought some watches from somebody's auction, and one of them was a cancer watch for breast cancer, which is what I went through, and it was pink. And Joe was nice enough. I didn't even know this, but I got a package in the mail one day, and Joe sent me that watch and an ornament for my Christmas tree that I keep up year round, and with a nice letter in it. So thank you.
Oh yeah, no problem. I did hear the story about your cancer survivor, and it was just in the bundle of watches that I got, and I figured send it out your way.
I appreciate it. Oh, I didn't know that. John is saying the original Michael Myers mask was a Star Trek mask turned inside out.
Wasn't it William Shatner? I think it's a William Shatner mask. I think. Was it? Yeah, I think so.
I don't know.
Star Trek.
Kimmy has a question here for you, Joe.
What's it?
Is that all your stuff part of your collection, or is that stuff you sell?
Mostly collection right now. But I do sell occasionally a couple things off there. I had a couple months ago, I had a bunch of bobbleheads up there, you know, different like 76ers and Phillies and Eagles ones, and I ended up selling them. So
yeah, that you can get caught up in sometimes. Oh man, do I want to keep this or do I want to resell it? I like vintage lunch boxes, and I don't think I've ever resold any of them. Every one I find, I keep. So I probably have about 25 of them.
Oh wow,
That's cool.
yeah, I'm running out of spots back there, and my wife doesn't want things around the house. So, you know, if I do buy something that I want up there, I usually try to get rid of something.
Yeah,
so you trade out. So if you want to make room for something, you got to kind of, okay, that's got to go.
So
here Kimmy has another question. Can you see the screen or no, Joe?
yeah. What's one of my favorites behind? I gotta go. Michael Myers. I have a tall Michael Myers figure up there. He does talk. So anything Michael Myers. That was my favorite, you know, horror movie. So
Is that Disney? I made you big on the screen. Is that Disney there right behind you?
there's some Disney stuff back there. I was in Disney in, when did we go? End of January. So we did the Galaxy's Edge and all that. I have some Coke bottles from there, and
Yeah.
you know, I am a Star Wars fan, so we did that.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah, what wrestler is that? It's like almost looks like Lex Luger or whatever almost.
what's that?
The wrestling. figure in the back? It looks like Lex Luger.
On the top shelf?
The top shelf all the way to your left.
All the way at the edge, Joe. Oh, he must have bumped. There he is. He's back. Joe, all the way at the end, the guy that looks like he's only wearing his underwear.
That's Arnold Schwarzenegger from Commando.
Oh, yeah, that's a good movie.
Yeah.
I had that on VHS. That's what I like about – I get made fun of sometimes because if anyone watches my video, I had gotten about 10,000 VHS tapes about a year ago, and I have a lot of VHS tapes because a lot of those shows aren't even on Netflix. And Commando is one of them, and he had some good 80s, like 87 to 92 area. Even that kid, remember him in Kindergarten Cop?
Yeah, Kindergarten Cop.
Yeah.
And the brothers with Danny DeVito. He did a couple,
I know that was a good one. I even like he was in one. Oh, Raw Deal. You ever see that one?
Raw Deal.
Raw Deal he was like an agent, and then he kind of got screwed over, and then he became a sheriff in a town. And it starts out where a guy gets who's on a witness protection. The mafia comes and then this guy, his son, gets killed, and he calls up Arnold and says, "Hey, we want you to get back." But he says this is going to be like a secret. It's called Raw Deal. It's really good.
1986.
Yeah, the Terminator. I have what's that one with the alien?
Predator.
That one. Jesse Ventura was in that.
Yeah.
Jesse the Body.
Yeah, Jesse the Body Ventura was in that. Like his line, "I ain't got time to bleed" or something like that. It says.
And he wasn't far out. Was he still in wrestling then, or he already made it?
Yeah. He had taken a break back then, and boy, and you think back. I mean, and this is stuff. I mean, this is 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Now, Joe, did you go to school in inner city Philadelphia, or?
Yeah, I went to actually it was Roman Catholic High School. It was right in downtown Philly, about a block from City Hall.
Oh, okay.
So I would have to take the subway every day in the school. So
what's last time I was down in Philly a couple months back? What the heck are those lights that they put up there down from on the 611 Broad Street?
Yeah, they're giant poles. I don't think anybody.
Yeah, and you don't know what they're for. And I Googled it, and they said it was a mystery that these lights were put up, and they change colors. And they're just straight up poles. At first, I thought it was like, okay, they sort of were like a new stop signal type thing, but they're not.
No, they're just decoration. It was some people thought that the city was always dumping money in the South Broad Street, on the south side of City Hall.
Yeah.
So they started dumping money on North Broad Street, which was where you see all the poles are. So
we're gonna go back to the polls, but Jason Static's here. Hold on a second. He wants to send me a clip.
That's right. You're damn right I did that. 8 down, 8 profiles. You hear him? You hear him? He's trying to talk smack on me and Cletus. What is he talking about? That was the highlight of the show. It got a little haywire. I'm not gonna let somebody take me out like that. Not gonna happen. I'm never going away, Patdees. Matter of fact, this show's gonna go into watching Patdees. We're gonna watch Patdees videos. We're gonna make fun of them the whole damn time.
So you're gonna make fun of me the whole damn time. Jason, it's part of my stream now. I paid to have that put there, so that's it.
Copyright strike.
I now own that footage, so it doesn't matter. I love the cities, Joe, going into them. I mean, I was going to go into New York. I've been in New York a lot, actually, to Manhattan and stuff like that. And I want to go. Well, now everything, you can't even travel now. So I kind of can't wait to this is. But I think this is going to be a while. This is not going to be something like, overnight, like, in a month that. So I probably won't get to New York now until next year. And
especially in some of the larger cities like New York.
Well, yeah, because they're going to make it tough. That even if I could go there tomorrow if I wanted. I'm only an hour and a half away from where I live, but you know, because they're going to, oh, you can't do this, can't like, so you can't even enjoy yourself, you know, why go? So copyright.
Not gonna happen.
Yeah, there. My son points out. Last time we went, when me and Glynn last year hit our 1,000 to go, I went to New York like a week later and did a bus tour. And
I remember that. You know,
yeah.
you were on like a double decker, I think.
Yep. And I never had done that before. That's part of what I want to do, even on my YouTube channel. Is I like to show. I'm talking to a bat company that, you know, sells bats and stuff, and because I like to collect baseball cards and like the hobby of baseball and stuff, I want to show neat places that you know, how they make the bats, how they pick the wood and stuff like that.
Well, down here, you know that, huh? One of the biggest bats.
No, they have a place I go to in New York, up in Cooperstown,
Right.
Because that's where the Hall of Fame is.
Right.
So there's different bat companies that make them, but there's a company up there that they made me a custom bat when I was in the restaurant business, with my logo and shape of the colors and stuff like that. And you know, hey, Don Bargain Hunter, thank you for stopping, buddy.
What's up, Don? Good to see you, man.
Yeah, I think we got what Marucci,
Yeah, that's a popular bat.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're like you said, made a couple miles from here. You know, the wooden bats.
I didn't know that.
It just sold out for like 4.3 billion or million or something. They sold for some crazy amount of money.
Wow.
I would love to actually. I mean, I'm not. I got to get myself in a little better physical shape. The last like 2 months, I probably put on like 14 pounds, too many carbs. But I would love to actually, you know, they have that where above once you get past 50, they have baseball. You can play baseball with other guys.
Yeah.
I still got a couple years to wait for that, but I would just love to do it, even if I did it one season, just to be able. Because when I was a kid in school, I didn't get picked because you know, usually if you weren't in with that crowd, so I basically kind of did my own thing. I was into weightlifting and stuff like that, but and when I got a little older, then I was kicked. But I never went out to baseball because we struggled at home, and I went out and made money and got into the restaurant business as a teenager. But I always wanted to play base, so I'm hoping one day to maybe, even if it's for 1 year, a group of us play. Oh, you play in an over 45 league? I thought it was over 50.
They have all different age groups down here. Yeah, they have a 35 and older league.
Oh, really?
And older league.
I didn't know that. Do you do anything like that, Joe?
I did a few years ago. I have a 1-year-old now, so
yeah.
I have 2 older sons. They're 12 and one's going to be 10, and then I have a 1-year-old. But I played up until last season.
Wow.
So,
yeah. One of the things, I mean, I'm really, I mean, I always think about life, and I mean, I even have a pile of. I'm going to do a video on it. I'm really start next month. I want to read a book a month, and I love reading because I like to learn from it and different things. So I've been picking up a couple more books, and I have a bunch of books here that I'm going to probably do a video on and focus on and talk a little bit about it. But I think you constantly can be learning. So
that's what YouTube's for.
I learn every day. I think I've learned more on YouTube than I did in any kind of schooling that I've, you know, went to.
Yeah.
From everything, you know, everything, not just reselling related, just everything in general. How to, you know, change the tail light on my car. I had to look up a few times to do it the right way.
Oh, I've done that on things like with my furnace.
Yeah.
You know, like. Hey, Tracy, what's up?
Tracy? Hadn't seen her in a while.
Yeah, thank you for stopping.
Hey, Joe, you're Hatfield, Pennsylvania?
What's that?
Is it Hatfield? Hatfield?
It's not far.
Okay, I actually just sold some locks there.
Yeah.
Monday.
I put the link there, and if anybody else wants to come in, you're more than welcome.
But I think over time we've gotten to the point where you don't go to a book or a manual a lot of times to look up how to do something. At least I don't.
Well, no, because everybody wants that instant gratification, wants the answer now. But I mean, I have a really broad. I mean, I'm a guy that enjoys basically entrepreneurship, business, investing. So, I mean, probably half the books are geared around that. But even I have one book here, and I found this. It's Off the Beaten Path, a guide to more than 1,000 scenic, interesting places still uncrowded and inviting in the United States. And because I, title myself Patdees, the Traveling Picker, I may basically pick this up one day and pick out something like, here's Kansas and here's something in there. And I may then, do a video where I'll go and go find that place and then do a video on it. And,
there's a lot of neat off the beaten path type things. I mean, even just here in Alabama,
right.
I mean, not a lot of it's publicized, but some neat, bridges and stuff like that just aren't mainstream or getting a lot of publicity, but there's a lot of neat stuff like that. Sure.
Well, one guy here, he does a lot of filming in Louisiana. I found him on PUSA USA one time, whatever, and all that. So I went to his channel and he does actually.
I'll be right back. My books are falling over now.
But you were showing going over the old bridge. And I said, I commented, hey, have you ever went on the bridge over in Lake Charles? Because when you go all the way across, there's 25,000 guns that are crossed like this. And I didn't know it until somebody told me, after about the third or fourth time, said, look at the railing. When you go across, there's these cast iron guns all the way across on both sides. There's over 25,000 of them, total. And they were trying to replace some of them because some of them got damaged or stolen, recognize it,
Here, says, my 12-year-old shaved for the first time. I had, did Daddy show you how? He said, no, YouTube. But that's the way society's doing now, though.
Well, I gotta tell you something, Craig. When I was, in seventh grade, and I'm gonna publicly admit something here that's a little embarrassing.
Uh-oh.
I was like, you shave, and I'm like, okay. I shaved my damn eyebrows. And I was like, there's hair there, they're no big deal. They'll grow back. Did I get made fun of in school for about a month? And it was funny because later on in life, there was a girl that was really mean to me about it. And I know her name and everything. We turned out to become adult friends in life that we get along fine. And I said something to her about it, and she apologized for being. There was a couple times in school that I was getting a little bit picked on until I started getting in fights and lifting weights and stuff like that. But with girls, you're not going to knock a girl out. So I just kind of had to put up with the abuse. And I was kind of heartbreaking though the way that she treated me, and because I had shaved my eyebrows that time. And
is that how you met your wife?
No, actually, I met my wife working at Burger King.
I think I'd heard you say that before.
Yeah, there was 3 good-looking girls that worked there: a blonde, a redhead, and a brunette. The blonde was taken. The brunette had an attitude, and my wife was the redhead. And I asked her out. Our first movie, we went and saw Beetlejuice, and we've been together 31 years. So can you believe?
I can't believe she'd keep you around for 31 years.
Oh yeah, she's. we were so lucky to find each other. Sometimes when you come from the backgrounds that you do, that maybe your family doesn't treat you as well, or you go through things in life, and you complement each other in those missing things that you missed out in life, it can work out well. And I think she keeps me because I'm willing to admit when I'm wrong, and we talk about things all the time. And I know my faults and stuff like that. I'm actually taking a sticker off. This was another book I got, Abraham Lincoln, Behind the American Icons. So basically, I'm going to try to do a book. I mean, I got this book for $5, and it has great pictures and stuff like that.
I got a ton of books. Like I said, when I find garage sale for $1, if there's something interesting, I got a whole bunch I have never read yet, but I'll buy it for $1 or 50 cents or 25 cents and put it on my shelf. You know what?
Real quick, I want to. I'm tired of Patdees after a year of knowing. All praise to his wonderful wife. Oh, and he asked about when my books were falling. I saw him ask about my profile pic on Facebook. Now, most people I tell follow me on Instagram, but the profile pic is me and John Chartier, because what happened was when I go on Scott the Bearded Picker, I used to be on his show, and sometimes John would be a little grumpy, And I kind of, obviously try to always have a good attitude and happy. And he told me a couple times, "Oh, you're too happy." 2 times I said about him being grumpy. So it just became I'm happy and he's grumpy. So somebody made that, and they shared it, and they thought, I think when they shared it at first, they thought I was going to be upset. But how could you be upset that someone takes the time to make something of you in it and Photoshop your head, even if it's fun and it's silly? And
I like that picture of y'all both together.
But what I did, it's been my profile pic the whole month, and I've left it up there the whole month on my Facebook. Me and John Chartier. It's based on that movie Step Brothers.
That's what I was saying.
And stuff like that. And sometimes, I have a sense of. Sometimes some people don't know how to take my humor. I was at Sam's Club yesterday, and they had it roped off, and you have to walk around. And they said, "Oh, you got to go down through that way." I'm like, "Oh, okay, no problem." So I go all the way around. I get there, and I see a lady come through the rope. She pulls it, and she was getting something for her mother. She was probably like 50-ish, and her mom was 80. I said, "Oh, you cheated."
Hey, nothing's wrong with 50-ish. I'm 50-ish.
Well, no, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong. I'm describing what this lady. She goes, "Excuse me." I said, no, I'm just kidding. And she rolls her eye. She was pissed at me. And the cashier, when she walked away, the cashier goes, I said, "Oh," she goes, "Oh, I thought you guys were together." I said, "No." And I felt so bad. It felt like she punched me in the gut when I'm like, "Oh my God, just relax." Because, man, I've seen a lot doing this. And like, people are like looking for a reason sometimes to be miserable. I look for reasons to be happy and have fun and goof around and, without hurting anybody's feelings, but I'm like, whatever. Storage Legends, Chapo, what's up, buddy? I want to do a show with you guys soon, but it's hard sometimes. Sometimes when I do these shows, I do them spontaneous. Like, basically, I did this with like 10, 15 minutes notice.
I think he did a show this morning, him and his wife.
Yeah, I've talked to them before. They're busy. They do Amazons too.
You got to be good. Denise is in the chat.
My wife? Yeah, that's my wife.
Yeah.
Yeah, she knows. She doesn't mind coming in. She says, "Oh yeah, I agree. Yeah, never hit a girl, even if they're bigger." No, of course not. I grew up in an abusive household, so I don't believe in hitting anybody unless it's to defend yourself. And I don't believe in hitting girls at all. So I think I've only had to spank even Big Red there. I mean, if you saw him now, he's Big Red. I think I've only basically had to spank him twice. And that's when he was little, and it was just like one crack, and that's it. But no, we'll have to do something. I want to do something together and get. I was glad that Joe even stopped. It's nice to get a different mix sometimes, and that's why I didn't call this. A lot of times on Saturdays I used to do the late show, and I sort of had a core group of guys. Jason, Jason, if you're watching, happy birthday. Banana Finds. It was his birthday yesterday, but I'm hoping back maybe in the summer that Jason and Eric is doing auctions now with the beer and Harlan.
Yeah,
So
have you talked to Jason in a while? I hadn't talked to Jason in.
Yeah, I'm friends with. He messaged. I messaged him yesterday, and another good guy, and that's how I met. A real good guy.
I've known Jason for probably about 4 years. He's great. I just hadn't talked to him in a while.
Now I'm gonna throw the link out there if anybody wants to come in. Chapo, if you want. I don't care if anybody comes in. Number 2 rules: you got to have your camera on, and keep it family friendly. If I do have to kick you out, I can guarantee you'll never come back again, and you'll be blocked. So don't push your luck. Plain and simple. I
don't mind jumping out if somebody needs a spot or you just want to keep or whatever.
What do you need another nap already?
I'm not saying I want to go. I'm just saying if you want to just keep it at 4 or keep it manageable, I don't mind.
No. I'm saying
somebody else in.
Sometimes what happens is you invite somebody new and it drives the conversation and stuff like that. So, Craig, going back to you doing now, how long have you been doing is it DoorDash or?
Yeah, started it on Wednesday. I've only done it 3 shifts, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday of this week. Yeah.
And you're going to continue to do it?
I don't know if I'll do it full time, but I'm gonna try and ride the wave while it's out there,
Now be smart. Put some money away for the taxes. My son, my older son, I just did his taxes through TurboTax.
Yeah.
And I told him, and he made $8,000 doing Instacart last year on top of his other pay, and he never put money to the side for taxes. Well, now he owes $700, and he's not where he's used to getting tax refunds. He's not getting one this year. So that's the way it works. You got to put the money to the side.
True.
Jason,
but also you can also take a lot of deductions as well, mileage and all that stuff.
Now, how did I go away and go from 1 to 8 thumbs down?
Well, I think that happened about the time Jason showed up, didn't it?
Yeah. What the hell? Yeah. No, well, now 1 came back. So, the funny thing is, if it is the same person tomorrow, those will drop off. So they don't realize the ISP address. But people don't go back. Sometimes when I feel like someone I know, I just take there. See, there drops another one. Now, Jason, behave yourself.
Watch out, Jason. He'll moot and boot you.
Joe, do you know Jason?
No, I don't know.
Yeah. He used to do a weekly show all the time too, but he works in the restaurant stuff, and then he kind of pulled back. And I think sometimes people get YouTube burnout. Sometimes, they do it for a while, and then it doesn't meet their expectations. And are you doing a bunch of videos now?
I probably put out. I do mostly like what sold videos. Things that I sell. That's about it. I put out 1 or 2 a week. So I'm just doing it. I enjoy doing it. That's the purpose of me doing it. So
Jeez.
It is easy to get burnt out on it.
Jason, you just started back up. Don't make it sound like you never took a vacation. I know better than that. So
you took a hiatus.
Yeah. I wonder, Glenn, if they're still going to do the meetup in June. I haven't heard.
I think it's going to be later. I'm guessing. It's hard to say, but I'm not. Yeah,
we were supposed to do we got together last year in Nashville in August, and they talked about moving it. They're supposed to do it in June this year because a lot of the people, their kids, they did it the same week that they go back to college or high school that couldn't attend. So that's why they moved it to June. But I don't know what's gonna go on. Philly Picker, they're asking what your channel. You can put your channel link in there.
I'll grab it. I got it.
Yeah, I'm not too sure how to do it. I'm new to all this, especially these lives, So, but I'm having fun. This is I enjoy interacting with everybody on here.
I appreciate you coming on. And no one's gonna send money to your links there, guys. So you can post them all you want. They're not sending you. John and Jason arguing where the money should be sent. I did send I don't know if Anita, and I don't see Anita. I did send something to Anita.
I haven't talked to her in a handful of days.
Yeah, I know. I haven't seen her. I'm just reading a Facebook message that I got. But what's your guys' plans for this upcoming week? I mean, we're going to be. I mean, next week is May already.
Yeah, it's flying.
I know. I mean, for staying home, think about. I mean, in our area where I live, Joe. I mean, the one year they missed 14 days of school for snow, and just to think that, I mean, school stopped in March this year.
Yeah.
And graduations, like what happens to that? And there you go. Sub 650, you're up to 651, Philly Picker.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Nice. Yeah, everybody go check it out if you're not subscribed for sure.
Yeah, the homeschooling thing is something to deal with. I have a 4th grader and a 6th grader, and some days they're into it, and then some days they're it's a hard time, getting them to do it. So I have a whole lot more respect for teachers now, to get these kids to do their work and sit down,
Lady, Chapo, hop in. Lady Luck Junk, I think Denise is actually, if you see, it's Denise D. That's my wife.
Oh, she knows I was just picking at her when I said something.
Yeah, my wife doesn't quite understand sometimes the banter, so I think she just told my son to type it. Yeah, she says I know. Yeah. Understand how Chapo? Yes. Jump on. There's the link. So you're having to how is that working with the homeschool? I mean, my son graduated last year. Is there like a final test and then you got to submit it, or how's that working?
The way that my kids are doing it, they're getting an assignment in the morning, all their assignments, and then they have to resubmit it to the teachers by, I think, 8:00 at night. So, they're getting different things. They're still getting, all the work has to be submitted electronically. So luckily they each had an iPad, but if you didn't have that, the school would supply you with the computer and stuff like that. Right. So,
Hey, Veronica, good to see you.
But it is a chore just to make sure that they're getting it done and completing it. I caught my sixth grader trying to just run through. They had to do an assignment where they had to get an 80, a grade in an 80 in a certain thing that they were doing. Well, he would just go and for him to get the 80, he went through like 900 questions. So he was just, tapping the answers as soon as the question would come up, and, things like that I have to check up on. So,
yeah. I wonder if it's different in different areas, because obviously all the different school districts, even though that me and you are in the same state, because I don't think they gave out computers and iPads and stuff here. No, they didn't. My son just said because they the parents post stuff on Facebook.
Yeah, when it first started, when they first closed them for 2 weeks, each grade had a day to come by the school to pick up a packet that they did. Regular paper packet, and it had to be submitted by the end of the week. But when they canceled it completely through the end of the year, everything went online. So they have to do it online, and then they have to submit it by 8:00 at night.
I wonder if this is going to have lasting effects, that people, they realize that maybe they don't need, they can go to maybe 4 days or even 4-day work weeks, 4-day schools, and not have it as much. I just, because this is some, this is life-changing stuff here. Chapo, I put the link there. I don't see you guys yet there. You said
I'll be right back, Pat.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, I think it might have an effect on a lot of things. Some business. My brother works for a big insurance company, and actually it's in Jersey, right over the bridge. And their office building, their lease was up sometime in the summer. He started working from home, and the insurance company didn't renew the lease. So all the 50 employees that they had in the office are going to be working from home permanently now. So,
which is going to, and it's going to save on gas. And I mean, it's going to be an adjustment for people to get used to, because, some people like that interaction with coworkers. I think that's the problem with teaching kids at home, is there's too much distractions that could happen of class and, stuff like that. So, all right, we got Chapo on board. Hey,
what's up, guys?
Hey, what's going on?
What's going on, man? How's everybody doing today?
Doing good.
Good.
I figured I'd pop in. I just got my video uploaded. A lot of crazy stuff. I found a huge jackpot of records today, Patdees. You'll probably get
Are you going to sell them at auction? What are you going to do with them?
I'm not necessarily sure, man. Etsy goes crazy for me on records. I've sold records on Etsy for almost triple the value on eBay comps.
Wow.
So yeah, I don't, but lately I've been really rewarding all the fans that do tune into my auctions, because so many different channels are having auctions. So when you come and you're at my auction, I like to kind of like give you the best quality stuff. So I'm undecided, Patdees, honestly, man.
Well, because I tell you, that's why I like to have different guests and mix it up at times, because you learn. I don't sell nothing on Etsy, and the only person I'm friends with Taco Stacks, and he sells some stuff on Etsy, but I've never looked into. I didn't even know you could sell records on Etsy.
Oh man, yeah.
And I'm a big record. Actually, if you go back in the beginning when I started YouTube, on Saturday nights I wanted to play LPs, and I made up different shows, and one of them had 3 strikes against it, and because and I didn't care that I didn't make any money from it, because I just wanted to basically entertain an audience and play music that I liked and that they would like. But there was just some you couldn't play because they were blocked. And so I'm a big fan of LPs and stuff. And I actually found 2 boxes of records when I cleaned out a storage unit a couple months ago. And I didn't even know that you could sell them on Etsy.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a huge, records are coming back. Actually, you know, a lot more respected. You know, at the flea market, you get, you know, like 75% of the value, you know, maybe 100%, you could ask 100%.
So what do you think now when you say that? What do you think? In my head, I think a record's worth $10.
No,
more?
Well, I mean, you know, like anything, it depends on the model, the print, you know, what version it is, you know, how popular the artist is. But typically my records range from $35 to $80.
Oh, see, I'm way off.
Yeah. Well, you know, but there's certain ones that you just, Record Exchange won't even take them. You know, they're just so pointless. I had records on my front porch, bunches of them for like ever. You know, they just sat there for no reason. And you know, Record Exchange, usually Record Exchange is a quick turnaround, but there's certain records that just there's zero demand and they're garbage.
Yeah, I mean, I got like the Bee Gees. The kids last Christmas. I don't think it was this past Christmas. They bought me a new record player, and I just love playing. I love music, I'll be honest, but I love playing the old records, and they bought me, and I think that's what they were paying for some of the ones that they got. Maybe obviously they weren't rare ones, but you know, some even like a Michael Jackson, like they bought me Ronnie Millsap. I don't know if you know who that is. That's a blind country singer.
No.
Yeah, I like a mix of me. I used to actually be in Glee Club when I was in school. Oh, hey, Donna. Love you, Patrick. Sorry I'm missing the show. Just want to. Oh, no problem.
What's up, Donatella?
Thank you for the super chat. I told T I was probably going to do a show tonight and do something live. And you know, I kind of want to. I like to do 2 lives a month, but I like to I like to keep it. The chat flow has been great today, so I appreciate everyone that's showed up and has hopped on. And we had maybe one guy that was trying to be a little funny, but I've been doing this long enough to know better.
Yeah. How long have you been doing YouTube, Patdees?
Since last January.
Okay.
Yeah, but I you know, how do I say? You know, people say, "Oh, what do you want to do?" I've always wanted to do interviews. I've always wanted to do like a David Letterman style show where I bring people on and have fun and, you know, things like that, and then travel and show and do videos. And I did storage units several times, but I never recorded them. And then I went out and met you know, George and Jeremy. I met the Jeebuses. Now I've done things with about 47 different channels. Me and Glynn hung out down in Nashville last August and stuff like that. So that's probably always going to be that I will meet up with. I just recently met up with T, and we went to Brian. Mr. Buys a Lot. He buys a lot of different things.
What, Brian? Is that a subscriber of ours, or do I know him? Or
I'm not sure, but he's a guy that is in Allentown, Pennsylvania, and he buys like large collections of things. And he does online auctions, he does eBay, he does Amazon, and Mr. Buys a Lot. So if you go over there and subscribe, just say, "Hey, Patdees mentioned you." Great guy. He's the type of guy that wants to see resellers make money. He understands the business. Like I went to him and I bought a box of photos that probably I could sell for $1,200, and I bought it for $300.
Photos? What, old photos or
press release photos?
Press released.
Yeah, the ones that they put like in the newspapers and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah, he sells, honestly, probably in the last 3 or 4 months, he's probably sold $20,000 worth of them. But when he goes and buys like a newspaper, this guy, a lot of ephemera. So that's why I'm constantly learning from other people. All right, see you, Jason. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. And he knows he's willing. What he'll do sometimes is he'll buy, let's say, $10,000 worth of inventory, and he'll get his $10,000 back on half that, and then he's got his cash back already, and then he'll sell things off at reasonable. Like he's not like he's not trying to say, well, this is worth $1,200, give me $1,000. He knows it's going to take time and stuff like that. So he really, I've met him personally. I did a video live from him. He bought a whole bunch of different posters I'm going to be featuring. I'm working on a bunch of different things. I mean, my Amazon's really taken off on me, and I know, you've been busy with it too. But I also want to use some of that money to even be a better eBayer. And I love the ephemera type things and unique things, and but it takes money to be able to, sometimes you're presented with opportunities, and but it takes money, and so, people don't want to be bothered sometimes. Like, let's say you have a lot for $3,000. Well, can I take no? Sometimes some people just say, "To hell with it, I want to get rid of it all at one time." And you either got to have the money and be willing to take the chance, and and do the work.
Absolutely. And I talk about that on my channel a lot. It's kind of like to get everybody's head out of the negative dumps that's going on. The world's in a state really pretty much nobody has an explanation for. So I just more so try to switch it into the positive outcomes with things like this. And I'm telling all my subscribers to execute on all the opportunities given in this time. So, we're, all kind of stuff, we can talk about good reselling opportunities as well as stock opportunities, as well as.
I have another channel called Pat's Haul. I haven't done much on it lately, but I mean,
you told me about that.
Yeah, one. I've traded the market. Hey, Alex, Storage Stalker is in here. Alex,
my freaking dude, Storage Stalker, what up?
Yeah, what's up, buddy? Me, him, and Liz. I was on their channel like 2 days ago on stuff. They've been good friends to me.
Awesome. I love them.
Yeah, the positivity, and I could pick up the phone anytime and call them personally, and I appreciate that. And sometimes I'll be honest. A lot of times I only want to ask for 5 minutes, but they're willing to give me the 5 minutes, so I appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I spent so much money in their auction the other day, and I was like, you know what, man, I'm gonna cash out at the Stalker auction, and I bought like 7 lots. Yeah, man. If you guys like auctions, definitely check out my channel, man. And I'm definitely gonna have to check out Patdees' channel for the stocks, man, because like I said, there's really there's so many opportunities, and they put a stop to all the gouging with the natural resources due to the pandemic, but you could still kind of raise the price on certain things you really won't get. For an example, razors, shavers, no, there's no barbers open, and then workout equipment, there's no gyms open. So,
Right.
Those things have very high resale value. So, it's just about executing, Patdees, execution.
Oh, I know. People don't realize it. I'm gonna do a video series in the future because I'm documenting this journey and thinking how I'm gonna do it. But I mean, there's days I got up at 7:30 in the morning and didn't go to bed till 3 o'clock the next day. Put in like 18 hours because I had Monday morning had to go with 300 packages that I packaged every one myself.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, me and Chapo kind of tag team.
Well, my wife will help me with the prep, and I have a way of, but she works a full-time job too. And I have a way, there's certain things that you have to prep a certain way. Did somebody, the real Chapo?
Jump in, huh?
The real Chapo?
The real Chapo. No, Chapo, that's my girlfriend's name's Chapo. I'm Guapo. You were saying Chapo in the chat. I never corrected you.
Okay, well, no, we have somebody in the back with the names The Real Chapo.
I don't know who that is.
No, well, they just left. So we don't allow them. They must not understand how YouTube works. That I have blockers. So and if I
wait. You should have brought him in, Patdees.
It was a girl. That's why I want to
bring her in, man. Bring her in.
She basically got scared of
it. This is the real Chapo right here.
I know. That's why
Peace, double peace.
Was it Lady Luck Junk? Was it really you?
I
don't know.
I don't know who it was, but
yeah, it said real Chapo, and it was a girl with braided ponytails dancing around.
I wish.
Bring her in, Lady Luck.
No, maybe it was her. Yeah.
Lady Luck, it was her.
It was her. Okay.
What's up, Lady Luck Junk? What the hell's is in the building? Hell's low to all you people.
How far do you live from Jeremy?
We're about like an hour.
Oh, okay, yeah. Me and you are the only two that have been to his house.
Oh, really? You went to his house?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They treated me great.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Where are you from? Where I didn't even know where you're at, Patdees.
I'm in the Poconos in Pennsylvania. I drove like almost 7 hours. We met up, and she's gonna come in, Lady Luck Junk. She's coming under a real name this time. So let's invite her in.
Look, what?
She's gonna come in, Lady Luck. Okay. Hello.
Break it down.
What's up, guys?
What's up?
Are you feeling me?
Heck yeah, man.
Yeah, let's get this turned up. Jeremy, you remember this?
And she got the Michael Jackson glove.
I had to put a costume on to come on.
I was gonna say I'll dance with you. I'll dance with you.
So your name is Danica?
Yes.
Okay, I followed you and I've seen you before, and I think I follow you on Instagram.
Maybe.
I want to follow you on Instagram.
Follow me.
I will. Tap me on meter.
That would be like an honor. Pat, I followed you since you started. Probably about it. Look at my hands.
Oh, you're fine. Relax.
You're scared. You're scared.
Y'all talk.
Look, Hale said, "What up, Lady Luck?"
Oh my gosh, it's her face.
You're so cool. I see your glove. I was watching you. I was like, ooh, I want to know what she looks like.
You know what? Hit the lights for Lady Luck.
Hit the lights.
Hit the lights for Lady Luck. Woo!
This was restored.
Hey, Danica, can you tilt the camera down a little bit? There you go. Now
it's on my laptop.
Wow, you got the Undertaker T-shirt on.
Nice.
Yeah, that's my alter ego. You like that, Patdees?
Oh yeah, I'm big into wrestling. I have friends that are wrestlers.
Are you kidding me?
No. Well, I'm friends with some of the Samoans. I don't know if you remember Gene Snitsky. In the Lehigh Valley, wrestling was big. That's where they signed Hulk Hogan and stuff like that. But I have real life friends that are work for the WWE.
Man, you know what?
Yeah.
You just might have jumped a level of coolness. I'm not gonna lie, Pat. You might have just went from here to like here.
Yeah, I've met a bunch of the guys. I've been over. I had a neighbor that was in the business really big. He went by the name of DC Mad Dog Drake. Now he's a counselor up in Rhode Island for people with problems, with drug addiction and stuff like that. But he was big in the Lehigh Valley was a big area. Allentown area was big into wrestling. They used to.
Who's your favorite wrestler, Patdees?
The Rock.
Static.
No.
Static.
The Rock.
Wait, Craig, what was it?
Jason Static. He was in the chat a little while ago.
Yeah, I like The Rock. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I've met Dwayne, and he is as nice.
You said Dwayne. You called him by his first name.
He is even in person. He's as nice as he portrays on. No, he is a nice guy.
Hey, Patdees, you want to know what my favorite wrestler is?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what my favorite wrestler is, because I'm going to see you at WrestleMania tonight. It's funny.
No, I love wrestling. For me as a teen, not knowing it was real, not real, it just kind of gave me. Let me tell you, when I used to get into fights, I used to do some of those moves.
Right. Yeah, I would people's elbows, people. My
No,
mom
no,
told me.
I would DDT people. I hung out with Jake Roberts a couple years ago and did a little bit of. I had friends who owned the store, so I helped a little bit with security, and I have pictures of my son. I have pictures of my son with a bunch of them, but Mark Holloway, the real guy behind the Undertaker, is a really nice guy, and I've been big into wrestling. We used to have front row seats and stuff and go all the time.
Yeah, man.
We went behind the curtains already and did WrestleMania Access. That was fun.
I met a couple of them. I went to WrestleMania in Detroit, and my mother told me that The Rock was my father my whole life, so I really like The Rock.
Well, he went to high school in the Lehigh Valley in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, and I really got it. And then once I got to understand the business, I really like. I just love wrestling.
Yeah, I love it so much.
Yeah.
I love the vintage tees too. If anybody in the chat, we're a lot of resellers. There's a lot of buyers here. Everybody here has a lot of stuff. If anybody wants to sell me anything vintage, I love my vintage t-shirts. You guys email me. Go to my channel.
A bunch of Texas ones, but they're not like legit like that. But they're 90s. They're written.
Yeah, let me see them. Yeah, Lady Luck. Woo! Go get them all, Lady Luck. Patdees, you're gonna have to put her full screen when she comes back.
Are we gonna have an auction tonight? Is that what we're gonna do?
We're gonna have an auction tonight.
I like a bunch of the 80 wrestlers. I actually just recently, I had wrestlers from. I have them up in the attic by the case from the early 90s, and Aldi Thrifters was doing it when they had the brush fire. I donated 2 of them and sold them for $100.
Wow.
And, Simply Dana from Florida bought them, and then the money went to help the forest fires.
What wrestlers?
One was Mankind with Sacco, and the other was there might have been 3 actually. One was the Undertaker, but I have them all. I have them when I started working then and could make money.
Yeah,
I bought that stuff and put it in cases and put it away.
Yeah. Do you have any vintage T-shirts or what?
No, I do have vintage T-shirts I bought for myself, but when I met the Ultimate Warrior and stuff, but I kept all that. Sometimes I buy T-shirts, I don't even wear them. I just put them away. Okay, Lady Luck Junk is going to show us some. Let's see
what you got, lady. Let's see what you got.
Okay, so these are not fire. These are not fire. Here we go.
She said these are not fire. Love her. Love you.
Oh. Okay, yeah, put that aside. I'll take that one.
These are done by an artist here in Texas.
Oh, that's nice. I like that.
I'll take that one too.
That looks very Western.
Let's see the tag on that. And I'll take that one too.
Beefy T.
Beefy.
This one has no tag.
Is it single stitched on the it's single stitched?
Yep.
I'll take that one too. No, I'm just playing.
She's gonna send you an invoice.
Yeah, you're gonna have to send me an invoice. What's the date on that one?
This one.
You see, it's a bottom left. See it. Bottom. Let's see what's that say. 92. 92. I like that one. I'll take that one too.
28 almost.
Hey, Danica.
Yes.
Jeremy and George want to know: did you sell any of the gloves?
Well, I had them in my thrift shop, and they haven't sold, but it's not Halloween or anything, so I just listed them. I haven't sold any, but I listed them, and I was really grateful for them because I was like, "Oh, I got something to list." But I've sold a lot of stuff from that unit, and I actually calculated it all. Not calculated it all, but it's in my spreadsheet. I put Hale's unit. So
Hale's unit. Oh wait, are you in Florida?
No, Texas.
Oh, that's what I thought. Yeah. That's nice. I like
these all came from that unit.
That's a bowling. It's a bowling
shirt.
Yeah, junior achievement. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a BPT.
Yeah.
It's got brands on it. So these were in my project pile. and you just pay shipping, and you can have them.
Signatures on it. Who's that?
I couldn't. This is a radio station here in Dallas.
OH is 107.
I don't know what the autographs are.
Andy Warhol? No, I'm kidding.
Maybe $1 million shirt, probably.
Yeah. It does say Andy something.
It says Sammy Hagar.
Oh, okay.
He can't draw 55 out here.
Anyway, they're not that great, but they are all single stitch.
The artwork is very nice, though.
Yeah, they're just all old. Like they're like you said, they're not like insane shirts, but the fact that they're vintage makes them attractive. I've seen a lot of them were extra large. That's my size, so I'm super down.
Well,
I think they're in decent shape too.
I was thinking about tie-dyeing them, and they might move faster in my store, but
no way, Jose.
Keep them legit.
Yeah, any single stitch, guys. I'll pretty much buy all the single stitch stuff, man.
I know you guys got some single stitch in your closet, Craig. Glynn.
There's a question for you. How much did you buy it for? How much profit have you made?
You bought it for $800. And I would have to go through.
Look at Cleo's new default.
Cleo.
Oh! That's a whole new picture.
I love it.
We love you.
That's tight.
Real quickly, Joe, is that Michael Myers sitting just casually behind you, just
Yeah.
just here?
It's a mask back there. Yep.
Yeah, that was probably my least favorite movie as a child, and he's just like posted on your corner, just like.
Yeah, there's another one up there. There's another one up there.
Someone was talking, and I kept on getting closer and closer. People were like, "What's wrong with Chapo?" I'm like, "What the heck is that behind him?" Oh my god!
Those are all Chapo's worst enemies.
So horror, I'm guessing, is like your thing. Like that's your go-to items.
Yeah. That Halloween was my favorite horror movie, so that's why
we covered that about an hour and a half. You have to rewind.
Show him the Halloween doll.
Well, what you need to do is become an Uber driver and show up one day wearing that video record it.
No, that's super cool.
Put me full screen, Pat.
Halloween
2.
Halloween 2.
Now, what is that DVD? What is that? A doll?
That figure, right?
It's a sick Halloween doll.
And now, are you saving that for yourself?
Oh no, it's always for sale.
Oh, okay.
Everything's for sale.
Everything's. I don't save anything for self but my single stitches and my Chapos. Check that out though, guys. Isn't that sick? It's dead stock.
Yeah, if you're into that type of stuff, yeah, that's nice.
I mean, this is a 2009. Yeah, heck yeah. I figured I'd show you because you have a collection.
Yeah.
Yep.
So Jeremy, I sold a satin bomber jacket for $46 on Etsy. I should just send you a spreadsheet. It's a lot. I sold anything and everything out of there because I had to pay for a U-Haul, and I was like, I'm making that U-Haul money back right away. Anyway.
Yeah, what the hell said is that from the $45 unit? Yes, what the hell is heck yeah. Got a $45 unit and got a bunch of Living Dead dolls, collection of records that was in the episode today, Coca-Cola collections, old beer signs.
Are you still buying units during this?
Yeah. Not recently. No, I honestly,
okay.
I told myself I was going to catch up on everything, Patdees. Honestly, man, I have way too much stuff to sell. So why would I continue to buy during this pandemic, you know?
Right.
But Joe can buy my doll if he's more than welcome to.
Well, no,
that means I got to get rid of something back here.
Yeah, you must have been. His wife told him that he can't add nothing until he clears something out.
I got to get rid of stuff. So.
Yeah.
Come on, Joe.
I think
Stop
I see a
it.
space right there on his right.
Yeah, you got more than enough space to squeeze that one just right back in there.
Just put it like side, like
place it in there.
Slide it in there. Keep
Get
it in
rid
the
of
box.
Pee Herman.
All right, send it to the PO box. She will never know, Joe.
Then I gotta hide it in the car and then sneak it in. And
Yeah. What's that?
Then all of a sudden, Joe comes home one night, and where's the wife in bed? And there's the doll laying next to the huh?
Me or her? Me or the doll?
That's right.
Right.
So, Danica, you buy things, storage units all the time?
No, not. I mean, I do once a month.
Oh, okay.
Where are you located in Texas?
Fort Worth.
Fort Worth, okay.
Well, it's white settlement.
We'll try not to hold that against you.
Okay. Someone posted about white settlement, and they said, it seems like their brains are 10 minutes behind everyone.
What'd you say?
Yeah, heck yeah. So you did good on that unit or what?
Yeah, I mean, it was free inventory to me, you know.
Yeah, heck yeah, that's what we do. That's what we do, and I say we because we are from the northeast of Ohio. And
I think that's how I've actually started following y'all. Is from that What the Hell.
From What the Hells. Yeah, heck yeah. What the Hells is the reason why we started doing a YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, we were making noise at just the auctions.
Yeah, we were.
He's like, y'all would be amazing,
dude.
Y'all would go.
I was like, dude, no way. He was like, I promise, dude. And I'm like, dude, I'm gonna do it. And now every time we call each other, we say, dude, first.
Well, I hope if you come back to Texas, you bring George, and that maybe I run into you, and I won't tackle you this time.
Okay.
Well, don't. They might try to push you in a hole like they did me. We were at a storage unit where they were digging a hole, and we found a little portable unit. So Jerry's like, "Oh, sit on this." So they pushed me down, and we put the other way. And if I wouldn't have jumped off, I would have landed in a. And it was a pretty deep hole.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh no! I don't even know if I should be.
I didn't see that. They got it on camera.
Were you filming?
Yeah. They have over 100,000 views on that episode.
Nice.
Oh man, dude, I gotta see that one.
Yeah.
I gotta see that episode. That's funny.
For all that, you should have just fell. If you would have only got 100K view, I would rather fell in the hole.
Yeah.
Right? Or am I alone in this?
No.
I jumped off just in time.
Oh, that's funny.
275-pound man jumping off a little cart. But I had a good time actually when I was out there. They treated me for lunch and dinner and invited me. We did a live stream from their house. It was on a Wednesday when they used to do all the people for storage units used to get together and got to meet some of the other people. So that was nice.
Nice, yeah, for sure. You're always welcome too. And when all this clears up, we'll definitely hang out and do some fun stuff. Go buy a storage unit or something. Come out one of these days and come to Ohio auction or something. That'd be some good content.
Thank you. They actually came then with the Jeebuses. They came to Pennsylvania and we did something together. The only thing is I lost my damn flashlight out of that one.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, because Jerry was like, you don't need a flashlight. So I set it down. I never picked it back up and I left.
Yeah. Yeah, I love the Jeebuses too, man. Shout out to the Jeebus family. They're pretty cool people too.
Oh, yeah. They're out in California now. I talk to them regularly too.
Pat,
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
I just wanted to say that I think you're a very awesome, positive person, and I'm glad that you're here. And I know it's weird, but I feel like I know you. And I want to apologize to Denise because I feel like I hurt her feelings. But
no, that's my wife.
I'm just really trying to connect. Like I've been watching a lot of people for like 2 years, probably too much, and I'm just trying to connect.
Oh no, I appreciate you coming in. I like meeting more and more people that are positive and you can have fun and banter with and learn from and just share our life experience. So
I tend to take it too far, so I'm trying to find my.
No, and she doesn't quite understand.
Get out of here, too far.
Oh yeah.
Well, when you were dancing in the background, at first I'm like, maybe Choppa was messing around with me, and I'm like, wait a minute, do I let do I let this and then you laughed.
Well, when you said I'm not Chapo, I'm Guapo, I was like, oh no, I got it wrong.
Yeah. So
yeah, I really had fun. You lightened my mood, all of y'all.
Oh, thank you.
Glynn, I think you should get a pit and pick it out.
Yeah.
Do it, Glynn.
Just go with it. I don't know how to leave. Kick me out.
All right.
Lady Luck, you better jump on our channel. Come to our auctions, girl. I want to see you at our auctions.
I've been in your auctions, but I've spent so much money on auctions that I've got.
Go to the good auctions. That's on Storage Legends.
Crimes. I'll be there.
Thank you, Danica.
Bye, guys.
Yeah, we have lots of pineapples there. Once you're there, you'll know.
Okay.
Peace.
Yeah, Patdees, I want to say thank you so much for having me on, man. And with any future collaborations, man, just definitely I'm super busy, but we definitely, like I said, we're neighboring states, man. So
not a problem. Yeah, I'm hoping we'll see what happens this summer if we go back to normal. And I would love to see George and Jeremy again because Jeremy's smart about a lot of things, and just spending time with him to learn is always a pleasure. And George is so damn lovable. She doesn't talk business, but she's always so pleasant towards me. So they're good company.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and we will definitely we would definitely show you the same respect, man, for sure, and give you the same hospitality, man. You can learn a lot from all of us, man, for sure. We're full-time resellers, and it's going down, man, this season. So let's definitely talk, collaborate. Let's talk some wrestling too here soon, Patdees. I want to.
All right, brother.
Yeah, I'll see you later, brother.
That's right, brother.
All right,
guys. Thanks a lot.
See you later, man. Hey, and good to meet Craig Swamp Picker and Joe. Great to meet you guys.
What about Craig?
What about I said Craig, Swamp Picker, and Joe.
Oh, okay. Well, Craig sometimes
nice
to meet
you, Craig.
Yeah, Craig, Swamp Picker, Joe. Yeah, for sure, man. You guys, I'm gonna check you guys out, man, and salute. You guys have a great night.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Oh, it's always nice to have different people come in and meet. This is the good side of YouTube, so I enjoy it.
Oh, guys, I'm gonna take off, man. I gotta get up early in the morning.
Yeah, that's all right. Glenn, thank you for stopping on, buddy.
Amen.
I appreciate
Take care, man.
Okay.
Now, Glenn, next time I'll see you, your hair will be like you'll have long dreadlocks.
Yeah. Okay, man. See you. How about you get a haircut in a couple of weeks?
Oh. When they jump in and out, now we got to change that around.
I don't like that view at all. I don't know why they even have it.
No, that's too up close and personal. It reminds me of like if you're doing the CNN or Fox News and stuff.
Well, it just doesn't fit the screen well, in my opinion.
But, I took the scissors to my head during this. Oh, he must have got a haircut.
Uh-oh.
There, Aaron, sometimes jump on again. So, but hey, guys, I'm going to actually end it there. It's been about 2.5 hours.
Guys, it's been 2.5 hours?
Yeah, no, it went fast. Joe, I appreciate really meeting. You've been a great support of me and sending the gift in the mail. I appreciate it. And Craig, I always appreciate you. You've always helped me, and when you push for me to go, still never forget, push me to go over 1,000 subscribers. I appreciate it. So
that's cool. I enjoy it.
Yeah. So guys,
thanks for having me on, Pat.
Yeah. Stay in the studio a second, and I'm going to end it. Thanks everybody for coming by, and I appreciate it. Have a good night.
Later.
See you, everybody.